Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the Shit Guys Talk About. Today we got Erica in the building. We got Mel in here, Sagacious Taj, and the Manic Genius. So before we jump in these topics, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Great. Can't complain.
Mel up here throwing on them hearts and stuff. Mel, don't be coming up here
Good.
all
It's not
happy like that.
promising.
But all right, so we'll go ahead and we'll jump into the first topic. So the first topic today is, do most men lead with their wallets? And a couple shows back, Erica came up here and I forgot what subject we were talking about, but she was like, you know what, most men, y'all lead with the money anyways. I was like, you know what, that's a great topic because we got to explore this. We got to see if there's some truth to that. So let me queue up these questions real quick and then we'll start going around and breaking them down like always. So just before we jump into the questions, Erica, what brought that thought to your mind when we was talking about it? You think it holds some truth? Do men lead with their wallets?
Well, yeah, men cry about women, looking for that first, but that's what a lot of men lead with. And I don't know if it's just because they assume that that's what women want or care about, so that's what they lead with. But it's like, if you don't want, that to be all women come at you for, don't lead with that. Just like say the same with women and sex. If you don't want men to only want sex from you, don't lead with sex all the time.
Shout out to Erica. She coming with that smoke early. She's all right, Mel. We're gonna get the other female on the panel. Mel, do men lead with their wallets?
Absolutely. Like if you in a club, right, and a guy like meet you or feeling you or whatever, the first thing he gonna ask is, can he buy you a drink?
You don't think that's like etiquette or him trying to break the ice? You think he's just leading with the money out the rip?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I already have a drink, I've been somewhere and I already have a drink. What can I buy you another drink? I might have just got a drink, or I've been ordering a drink. Oh, I got it. Let me pay for it. I wouldn't have ordered. Like, I don't even know you. I wouldn't have ordered the drink if I already didn't have the money to pay for it. Like, you could just say hello. That's not necessarily a thing. But then too, most men, well, I haven't really dated like that in a while, where I had to like blind dates, and most blind dates, men will like, well, now they don't do it so much. I be seeing it back and forth. They'll be like, oh, I got it. I'm going to take you on a date. It can be etiquette, but it could be leading with your money too. So, I mean, it just depends, because you got to think about, like, when you prepare for a date, you go get dressed and all this other stuff. I think it's like a double-edged sword. It depends on if you flashy or not.
We're gonna circle back to them blind dates. we need some stories on those. All right, Taj, do you think most men lead with their wallets?
Yeah. It might be more so. I can speak only for me. I can't speak for all men. I don't do it so much anymore, but it was more so like a flashy type thing, like a look what I got, trying to impress. You know what I mean? That type of deal. When all reality, I was kind of bummy. So I know if I go in not knowing what she's about officially, I'm automatically assuming she's that type of chick that automatically wants that flashy. So that's what I lead with, just to get the win. So
you see that movie with Dave Chappelle? I forgot the name. Half Baked, when he was like walking around, he had that budget and he was like taking what's her name out on a date, and then he was like calculating everything. Was you like that? You said you was kind of hurting out there. Did you have like a limit? Like, look, you got to stay away from that side of the menu. That says seasonal over there. You
No, I did the dumb shit. I was young. I was younger, I should say. I'm still young, but I was just trying to impress. So I went broke trying to impress. You know what I mean? Trying to throw out all this money. I know I couldn't really afford to throw out. So.
Okay. Was it effective? Was it an effective method?
Oh, very, very. Everybody had a good time, but at the end of the day, as I got older, I'm like, damn, like, you know what I mean?
I feel you. All right, the Manic Genius. Do most men lead with their wallet?
I'll say no, because I think it's just like, part of the etiquette. Like, if you invite somebody out, to kind of pay for it. Now, when I think of leading with your wallet, I think of like more extravagant things, like trips, the jewelry, the clothes. Wait, I'm gonna change my answer. Yes, there's a lot.
So what was this? Why'd you switch like that?
I thought about all the materialistic shit that people buy in society, and I'm like, yeah, men are absolutely doing that to like lead with their wallet, even if they don't have a wallet. So, yeah, it's like when you don't have substance, you can just throw on brand name clothes, and it'll attract some women to you. Not the good quality ones, but you'll get some attention.
So you think it is effective to a certain degree?
In the short term, yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, if the objective is to get attention, then wearing some flashy designer or driving some sporty car, you're going to get attention. So it's effective initially.
All right. The follow-up question: have you ever led with your wallet?
No.
Well, why was that long pause? Y'all think he's capping?
Nah, because I had to think about it. When I was in the dating market initially, I didn't really have any money to lead with, so that wasn't even an option for me, and I definitely wouldn't go broke.
What you trying to say, man?
I'm just saying, I
never
was
take that shot. I think I was gonna catch that.
No, it wasn't even a shot. It wasn't even a shot. It's just also like I'm just thinking about it. Like at a time when I didn't have money, I was working towards it, and I just had other goals, things that were like more priority that I didn't even focus on. Women like that. The ones that I did deal with were the women who were like in a very similar situation, like college. We all in school, like everybody's broke, not a big deal. So I'll say when I did get money and back on the dating market, I don't lead with it because if you lead with it, that's just how the relationship dynamic is going to be. And I'm not looking for anything like super short term to where I could just lead and then be out. I'm looking for something of like substance. And I'd rather someone not know my situation financially and, connect with me rather than think it's something else.
All right, I'll go ahead and answer this. Do I think men lead with their wallets? Hell yeah. There's so many tricks out here nowadays that they definitely lead them with the money. And have I ever led with money? No, I was always a cheap bastard, so never led with it. But let me ask the ladies. So what is the expectation? Would y'all like
re-answer the question?
Okay, go ahead.
When y'all was going through your answers, when I was thinking about something, I turned it around and I stopped thinking about dating and I started thinking about like in a household, like once you're actually like in a serious relationship with somebody. And then I think about like a lot of people now, they want women to stay at home and the men to like work and stuff. So that can be a form of leading with your wallet because you have that control in a way. So I run the household because I make the money, if that makes sense. So that's a different form of leading with your wallet, but in a sense, it's like the same thing. It's because like even it might not be flashy, but it still holds like some form of power over you if you're in a serious long-term relationship or you're in a marriage or something and you are the wallet, like you are the bag. So I mean, I guess you can look at it different ways. But to answer the question you just asked, my expectations may be, I don't know. I have traditional expectations. However, I'm not in a place where if you don't do it, I can't do it. But I'm not aggressive. I ain't gonna be like, I'm just gonna pay for it because I had the money to pay for it. I want you to pay for it. I want you to take me on a date. I want you to like plan trips and stuff. However, if it comes to a point where you need help or, I can do a couple things, I'll do it, but I ain't gonna just jump out there and try to do it.
Okay. So Erica, what's kind of the expectation? So say like the guy was pulling up and he's like, look, man, I'm saving money. We're going to have to go get this 2 for $20 from Applebee's. my man gonna get shot down. He's like, look, I'm investing in my future. I'm trying to pay my house down in 15 years.
I've seen it all, but I agree with Mel as far as like when you're in a relationship. Like when I hear this question, I'm talking more like what you say, like first dates, getting to know, things like that. There are guys who will lead with money and don't have no money, and then will still just shut you down with the, no, I can't afford it. Let's go to IHOP. Let's go to Denny's. Let's go like, and it's like, wait a minute. But then it's like, it's not even what you were expecting. It's just, that's just what they led with. And a lot of times I think that it's rooted in insecurity. I think money is like one of the biggest insecurities that men have, more so than anything else. It's especially now these days with all the things that are talked about online. Men are very insecure about their money, and they will lie about it. And it also comes from, I don't know, it's like a weird reaction. Like my ex, when we broke up, he like all of a sudden was trying to be flashy on Instagram with material things to get a woman or to get, and it's like, I know you shop at Ross. I know you take stuff right back to the store after you buy. Like I know you. So I know that this is not who you are, but you're doing it because you want attention from women. But is that the type of woman that you want the attention from? And I'm not talking about paying for the first date. I'm not talking about like little things like that, traditional type of things. I'm talking about like, in order to like reel in a woman, they're like using these material possessions to try to do so. But then how are you going to keep it up? It's temporary. You can't keep it up. So
I mean, say he was out here stunting with the outfit you bought him and stuff.
I mean, it would just be ridiculous, and it's very corny. I find that very unattractive.
I don't find that attractive, like a flashy, because I'm cheap. Like I have nice things, but those like even like something that I really want, like I wanted a new Brahmin bag, and like I could have went and bought it right then, but I'm like, nope, I'm gonna be disciplined. I'm gonna save this amount of money for 4 months or whatever, and then I'm gonna go get it, because in 4 months I could change my mind because it gives me time to think about it. But at the same time, I feel like when you flashy so much, it's like I feel like sometimes it roots in a lack of discipline as well, because like it's a lot of people that can go out and buy this and that, but what are you planning for the future? What else do you have? What assets do you have? Like, are you investing? Are you looking for something for, towards the future? I mean, I have two minis, and I think about them, but even before I had kids, like I've always been like on the cheaper side. And one of the reasons I grew up poor, and I ain't trying to be poor again. I ain't trying to look rich and be poor. I'm trying to be comfortable. Like I just don't like it. Like when you because I'm not flashy. So if we go somewhere, right? You got on Gucci or whatever, I'm probably gonna have on something from TJ Maxx or Marshalls most of the time. Like I'm comfortable. I have on like some nice jeans, a nice little top. We ain't gonna even match. We ain't gonna even go together. Like I don't shop, like wear those expensive clothes and stuff, because it's clothes. Like you can mess them up in the washer if you wash them, or you have to pay a dry cleaning bill, whatever. I don't even know what they require, but that's just not who I am. Like it don't fit my personality. So I wouldn't even know how to match with somebody that's flashy like that. Like I can have a luxury car. I drive a Buick. A Buick fits me. I wouldn't drive a minivan, but SUV, it fits me, So if, you driving a Maybach, and it's a Buick in the driveway, might not make sense.
Mel, I heard you got married in like a Nike jumpsuit.
I got married in uniform, actually. I got married in my PT uniform.
Oh, for real? Okay. I wasn't far off.
You wasn't.
So let me ask Manik and Taj, why do you guys think like guys do lead with the wallet? Because I know Erica and them broke it down a little bit.
You can go first, Taj.
What was the question again?
Why do you think men do lead with the wallet?
I got two answers. I got two answers for that. One is what I said earlier. It's mainly just trying to impress. Trying to get the woman, because it's automatically the assumption that, hey, you know, I'm bummy looking, you know what I mean? So maybe this will reel her in. You know, it's more so like a I'm impress you type of tip more than anything. Nowadays, because of what you see on social media, you got women portrayed as gold diggers and stuff like that, as if that's all they care about. So, you know, for most men out here now, and I'm not saying it's all men, but I'll say I think it'll be fair to say that some of them, most men are automatically thinking like, hey, I gotta have this and that and the third, otherwise she ain't gonna give me the time of day. You know what I mean? Because everybody prides themselves on that, on the materialistic things. So that's my
Right,
take.
Manic. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't done. I mean, I was done. I wasn't saying nothing.
Oh, okay. Manic. So why do you think guys do lead with the wallet?
I think it's really simple. Just attention. You know, the more flashy, shiny, bright, materialistic you can present yourself, you know, the more attention you're going to get. And going off of Erica's comment, it might not always be the right attention. So you'll definitely get more attention the more, you know, flashy or against the grain or materialistic that you go, you'll get attention. But and we see it in our biology, you know, not just humans and animals too. There's certain birds that, you know, when during the mating season they like do a special dance or like puff up their chest or show their colors, and you know, so it's natural. It's in our DNA. It's in our biology to try to show ourselves, to, you know, gain attention from the opposite sex. So we as humans understand how to, you know, create money and use it as a resource. So that's just another resource to gain attention from. So
Okay.
But when I see a man that's flashy like that with all that designer stuff on and stuff, what I think about, and it's just could just be country male. Can you fix something in the house if it's broke? Like I can fix stuff around the house. I could also call somebody, but I'd rather fix it myself to save the money. I ain't gonna say I don't feel like you like a man, but I feel like you're not like a manly man. I feel like we're getting away from that because everybody like want to be cute and stuff. No, I need you like if the toilet gets clogged, I don't want you to just first thing I'm gonna call a plumber, try to plunge it, do this, do that, snake it, whatever. Then pay $200 just for somebody to come out. And that's not even a fix it. That's just to come. Like that just don't math in my head. So I don't know.
So let me ask y'all. So when you guys were younger, did you guys ever fall for like the flashy guy, and then over like when you get more matured and you start kind of spotting those behaviors and stuff, and you could kind of see like, hey, this guy's probably broke. But when you were younger, did you guys fall for the hokey doke, the whole flashy guy?
No, for some reason I always just ended up with bums from the beginning.
So you could spot the bums from the jump, the flashy guys.
You know, the bums who would magically forget their wallet on a date.
Oh, damn. So the whole I left my wallet at home routine. Like, hey, you got it though. I got you. I'm gonna pay you back.
that's actually happened to you
Absolutely, yes.
more than once.
No, not more than once. It was just one
Okay, so it's a pretty rare occurrence. It's not like
yeah, and then you know, there's been different situations and scenarios that were different bummy situations, like got a baby on the way and never told me, and that's why you only eat bologna sandwiches and don't want to go out on dates and things like that because you impregnated someone and didn't tell me, and you know you're trying to save your coin. So like little bummy situations like that I've encountered.
So when they left the wallet, you did it. You still paid for them? Because I think I would have left somebody.
No, because it was already clear what was happening when you go on the date and the waitress comes over and asks to take the order, and you know they order water. That's the first sign, and then when it's no, I'm not
I
hungry.
like water.
Then that's the second sign, and you're the only one eating on the other side of the table. Then all of a sudden it's I don't have my wallet, so you just end up paying for yourself because
I was saying,
Oh,
on a
okay,
date you
okay.
just had company.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn, that's pretty bold though.
That is
You said
very
my man was
bold.
over there like hungry as hell, looking at your plate. Like, nah, man,
you
you know
gonna eat
I'm
that?
fasting.
Yeah. And it was a pattern with this person, so I was always prepared. Like whenever, so it was another situation where he wanted to meet up with me and my friend, trying to hook my friend up with his friend, but I had already told her, well, he's a bum. His friend is probably a bum too. So let's just see what happens on this little date. And I told her, I said, I guarantee you, he doesn't order any food. I guarantee you he is panting over my plate because he wants me to share with him. And I guarantee you he will not have his wallet all of a sudden. And all of those things happen. And we purposely ordered a whole bunch of food, and both of them Negroes were sitting there drooling, hungry. We did it on purpose.
Oh,
So his friend, he was broke
friend
too.
didn't have a wallet
He
either?
was-
Neither one
my-
of them ordered a thing, and we ordered everything we could and just sat there and tore that food up.
Erica, was you in there like you was
sure
in there
was.
doing one of them?
I sure
Did he
was.
ask for anything off your plate?
He didn't ask straight out, but he definitely was like making little inferences that he wanted some of my food, and I just acted
What he
like I
saying
didn't
look
know.
good.
Yeah, he kept like panting
Chicken
over
do
and
look
looking
like
at it.
cooked right.
"Hey, that sure look good, but I ain't hungry though. I already ate."
Let's take medium well, or is that just medium? Because I don't think I'd have to bite it to find out.
Yeah, but the only reason we agreed to do it was so that I could show her just how much of a bum he was, and he proved it. So
So y'all just ran like a bum nigga experiment.
mhm.
Yeah, I was just like, look, we gonna document this for future reference. And I'm okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then the guy with the baby situation, he flipped out on me because I didn't finish a milkshake he bought me because it cost money.
You wasting my money.
You ain't even
How
drinking.
much, how much you leave in there? Did you leave like half or something?
Yeah, it was like half. I didn't finish the whole.
Yeah, I might have
large
snapped on you
milkshake from
too.
Steak and Shake, and he like flipped out.
Man,
So
this is like-
leaving money on the table. So
Says Erica out here wasting. He was like, look, Erica, I'm struggling. I done took you out on this date. So what about you, Mel? You had any of those endeavors?
I never really dated like that. I think I shared with y'all before. I really didn't start dating until like, I mean, I talked to a guy when I was in college, but I was so busy because I was a double major, and then I was an athlete, and he was an athlete, and he was a biology major. So we didn't really have a lot of time to like go on dates or nothing like that. We used to sit with each other in the caf, but other than that, he used to come to my house and eat because I stayed off campus because I used to cook. I didn't really have time. And then after that, full-time Army, and everybody else I was in uniform. And then then I got married. So that's
Okay, so they was good. Y'all was out there drinking protein shakes and just chopping it up. Then
yeah. And Gatorade. we used to like go on walks and stuff. I had money because I was working in there. I was green to gold, so I was still getting my active duty check, and then I had a job on the side. So I had money, but I wasn't trying to spend my money. So we used to just do like free stuff. We
the good
really
old
like-
days.
The good old
Yeah.
days.
The good old days. So let me get M3. I'm gonna circle back with another question. But what's going on, M3? Thanks for pulling up.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Like, I had to chime in on this topic, but thanks for the invitation, you guys.
Oh, no
Mel,
doubt. You always
Eric.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Mel, Erica, Manic Genius, Sophisticated Jerk, Taj, man, always great to see you guys. So, but Erica, now you should have finished your milkshake. Now you was wrong for that, right?
I know. Wasting that man. That man was struggling. He probably like saved up all week to get her that milkshake. Erica probably was just pouring it out.
Nah, that's just me. I don't like wasting food though, but especially a good old milkshake. But nah, anyways, I'm messing with y'all. But yeah, you guys was talking about like I guess like why do men we lead
Well,
with a wallet?
the
right?
first question was, do men lead with their wallets?
Oh, do men lead with a wallet?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have some men that will lead with their wallet, and then you have some people that will be disciplined on their spendings. But for the most, like, yeah, they'll lead with a wallet.
Okay. So why do you think like men lead with their wallets? Why most men will lead with their wallets?
I'm glad that you asked because I was waiting for that. the reason why most of them like lead with their wallets because like they're trying to compensate something for what they're lacking. A lot of times, like if you as a man are lacking maybe in your physicality, like like looks, or if you're lacking in certain other resources, or maybe just not knowing how to properly like talk to women, most of them will feel like, okay, money is like the easiest outlet because everybody wants to have money. Everybody loves money, So if you lead with a wallet, it's more easier to build with superficial type of relationships in hopes for like maybe sex, or hopes that the woman will see some type of potential. But most likely, man, like you're leading with your wallet because like you know that you're lacking in something and you feel like you're not good enough by who you really are.
Okay, so you pretty much saying they ain't got no game.
They ain't got no game. They gotta pay. They gotta pay for a woman's time. If you have no game, you're gonna have to pay. That's the mentality of most guys, unfortunately.
No, that's facts. So Eric, Camille, y'all kind of agree with that? Y'all think like a guy that has some shortcomings, a lot of times that's why he does kind of lead with the wallet and start lying and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I dated a dude one time. He used to buy me stuff all the time. Yeah. So that makes sense.
You said he used to buy you stuff all the time?
Yeah. I wasn't sexually active then, but he used to we used to go places or whatever. I was like his little arm candy. But he used to buy me stuff all the time. But he was fat though. He was real fat. Like not
okay, that makes sense.
He
was paying for your time for sure.
So would you friend zone him? You put that cat in the friend zone, or
that cat hadn't been scratched yet.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was not gonna be my first.
Can I ask you guys a question for the ladies?
Go ahead.
When a man like is desperately like paying for you guys' time, let me ask you something a little different. For any guy that paid for his time to be with you, right, and treated you guys like a celebrity, have you ever had any physical intimacy with him?
When you say paid for time, what do you mean? Like as far as in a relationship or like?
Well, I mean, because basically, like that's what most men who are leading with a wallet are doing. They're paying for their time to be with you. So, like, if they're buying you, like, I don't know, Gucci purses, if they're taking you on a lot of like dinner dates, and they're going broke, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they're not really spending money for themselves, and they're putting you guys on a pedestal. Have you ever like pretty much like slept with those type of guys at the end of it all?
Well, like I said, I don't find that attractive, and that's not my love language. Some people's love language is gifts; they like that stuff. And kind of to go off what you're saying in the last question, when I referred to my ex and how he started doing it after we broke up. Even in our relationship, he would buy me things, but he would not spend time with me or do the things that I liked and what I wanted to do. He would always just buy me something. And it's like, I don't want that though. That's not what I asked for, what I need. He also was short. So I think he had a short man complex. So he feels like in order to compensate for that, he has to lead with money that he ain't got when it comes to the dating world and being, stunting for social media, because it's all about what it looked like. But like I said, I know the man, and I know that ain't what he about. So I do think that plays a factor into it. But everybody's love language is different. There's some women out there who love the lavish. They like, don't buy me no expensive purse, because that's going to be the biggest turnoff to me, is you wasting that type of money on a bag, because I ain't doing it. So I don't expect you to do it either. So.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And then what about you, Mel?
I know I've told this story before about the guy that had bought me that a Coach bag on Mother's Day. First of all, I only like Brahmin bags. I don't really like. I got like just a few purses. I ain't got a whole bunch, but he bought me a Coach bag, and then his family was there. So when I opened it, he wanted me to be excited. I was like, oh, thanks. But I'm looking like, did you really like buy me something that I don't even want? Like, you know, like it, and I was like, and that just made me tune into the fact that he didn't even pay attention to me, because you never seen me carry a Coach bag. You never seen me go in Coach. You never seen me like even like none of that. You know what kind of bags I carry. Why would you buy me something I don't want and then you spending money that you don't have?
It comes down to listening. Men don't a lot of times they look at social media as the guidebook to how they're supposed to treat their current relationship rather than actually listening to the woman that they with.
Yeah,
because if you actually listen to her, you'll know that she don't like this. She doesn't like that's not her love language. She would rather spend quality time. For Valentine's Day, if somebody buys me something expensive, I'm not going to appreciate it as much as I would if somebody took a cardboard piece of paper and wrote me an intimate letter from their heart. That would mean more to me than you spending a whole lot of money on me. So, it's all about listening.
Nobody writes anymore. People type everything and send emails and stuff. If you took your time, you got some paper and you actually wrote me something, I'd be like blown away. Like
you'd be like, you corny mug. So a dude wrote a letter with his like handprint on there. Like, come on, man. Y'all be like, look, y'all be with y'all girls like he ain't shit.
Yeah, y'all be laughing.
Y'all gonna be like, this Michael B. Jordan ass
nigga.
So Mel, like, what he got you that handbag? You was looking all upset. How did you handle that?
Show it, but I know my face said it because his older brother, he had whispered in my ear because his older brother paid more attention to, like, he actually knew, because it's like he saw it on my face, but he had whispered in my ear like after everybody was doing everything, because his mom was there and stuff. They had got her a gift, and it was his dad's birthday was on Mother's Day, but it was like, so we celebrated the dad's birthday, we doing Mother's Day, and so everybody there, and I was like, oh, thanks, it's nice, you know. And his brother had whispered in my ear, he was like, you don't like that shit, do you? And I just looked at him like, hell no. Like, he was like, I didn't know. Like,
I guess that answered my question. He didn't get the box tonight.
Nah, but
so
I
guys,
mean, I've never really had that though. I've never really been in a situation where somebody spent a lot of money on me when we weren't already in a like serious enough relationship that they probably was already had got it anyway. Like, that's not, honestly, like, it's not necessarily like if I see you in a club, like, I'm not that type of girl, like I meet you in the club and then I'm going home with you or nothing like that. Or like you go on a couple dates and then it's gonna happen. Like, it depends on the substance of the date, but I don't believe in having sex outside of a relationship either. So I've never really been in that situation where just because somebody's showing me attention, I'm gonna give them some.
Let me say this too. Men, for some reason, y'all seem to think, which basically what you defined as far as, oh, if the man spends a lot of money on you, do you have sex with him at the end of that? That's like a form of prostitution. You have to understand that most women who are not virgins, we want the D too. You ain't got to do a whole lot. If we want the D, we want the D. Okay? Because Bologna Sandwich Man had some good D. Okay? He wasn't shit. But you know what I'm saying? So it ain't about you spending money. Like, we want sex just like y'all do. So y'all really don't have to do all that to get.
No, I'm highly aware of it. It's just the reason why I asked that question, right? Because since the subject is about men leading with their wallets, I know the answer was going to be no, but I just wanted to hear it because in my mind I wanted to prove a point that you don't have to go all out just for sex or just for a connection or just to win a girl over. Sometimes it'd be like the simple things in life that will actually impress a woman, where you're not trying to be a tryhard.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
He didn't
Scam.
We'll say that. He was not impressive at all. However.
What's going on?
What's up?
Scam. So, question that we answering: do men lead with their wallets?
Yes and no. A lot of dudes ain't got no money no way. Let's be real. So they're leading with a wallet, they ain't got nothing in it. They're leading with a wallet with credit and whatever.
Swipe that card.
Or a lot of men ain't even leading. So some of it is what are we even talking about to begin with? But I mean, there's levels of men, because I don't do the beating up on the men's, the women's. Most people just suck. People that just ain't got it, they just doing anything. You know, you make a difference almost. The woman doesn't like them, so it doesn't matter how much they spend or don't spend. If she don't like you, it don't make no difference. Some women will date your money, and she ain't dating you. You eventually should know. Then there's a next class. Regular dudes just might not get it. If they lead with their wallet, it's gonna be a problem. But it's good that there are some graceful women. Like I like what Mel said. Dude bought a bag, and she's concerned about him, saying, "Hey, why are you spending on? You ain't got to do all that." That's a hint. You should take it. Hey, one, she actually does like me. She actually does respect me, and I ain't got to do this. Let me find out what does work. I actually hear where she's coming from, and then there's the rest. I'll just leave it at that.
All right. I do like what Erica said too, where because that's a good point where a lot of guys, and I know M3 was going there because that was a good question you was asking where, you know, man, you don't have to do this over the top stuff. If somebody does like you, man, you you don't have to like kill your pockets doing this stuff. So yeah, I like the fact that Erica addressed that. So what would you say it's like about charm and dude just coming up to you guys the right way and like you said, just, you know, kind of giving that quality time? Is that what y'all kind of saying?
Being an active listener and actually getting to know the woman. If the woman, if you find that that's what she likes is gifts and being, you know, spent on like that, then you know that that's the type of woman you're dealing with. But to put every woman into a box that, oh, I must lead with money, I must spend money on her for her to like me, that's wild because all women don't want that. That's not cute or attractive to a lot of women.
Depending on the generation that you're talking about.
That is true. I was just gonna say that.
Let's be real.
It's
Well,
not
yeah, because there's lots of influences
It's
out
not
there right now
generational,
that
it's
tell them
universal.
that is what
Yeah, this generation
they're being
evolves around
influenced
money.
right
You
now
ain't
to
got money, you
believe
ain't
that
got
that's what
nobody.
they're supposed to have.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Behavior.
You don't think it's a generational scam?
No, it's universal.
What do you mean by that?
No,
Like everybody kind of.
How can I say it? I just came back from Colombia. Same conversations, the same way. It's just in Spanish instead of English. Woman like man or woman doesn't like man. That's universal. It was the same way in 1946. They just had to move about it in a different way because of oppression and all kind of other stuff. Money was money. Now, if it's survival mode, and if you don't got $30 and you die, yeah, that man with a $20 or $50 bill is gonna be very attractive. But universally, if two people don't like each other, it's gonna show. It just might take. You'll see it faster today than you will 20 years ago, but it's the same thing.
Have y'all seen the movie?
I agree with that statement, but I do think like what Taj is saying. I do think we're a little more entitled now. So I think that's why it shows a little bit more. But I mean, you're right because I mean it is.
Honestly, it's not showing.
You don't think so?
Because when I go to the bank, I don't see a whole bunch of women dressed all decked out and at the bank. I don't see it. But you go to the hood club and there's women lined up around the building. If they really, there's what people say and there's what people do, and there's what people are. So when they get up, they click on a link and here, modern woman says she'll only date a man making 8 figures. Ask her for a cell phone. Marquand, Jerome, where he work at? Amazon. How about this one? The post office. This one on the block. This one in the basement with his mama. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, it's just talking points for clout most of the time. Have y'all ever seen the movie Carmen Jones with Dorothy Dandridge? It's like from the 1950s.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you said.
There's a quote in the movie where Dorothy Dandridge says something like, if I love him, his checkbook don't matter. If I don't like him, checkbook ain't gonna do him no good. Something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like your money don't really matter either way. And again, that's coming from the 1940s, 50s. Like it like he's saying, like it's been a thing forever. So it's not the only thing that matters generationally is the influences that are out there right now. Like he was saying on social media, these girls will get on Kendra G's live and say that, but they don't really know what they're talking about. They never really experienced that or had that. They just feel like that's what they're supposed to say because that's what all of social media is saying right now. But it ain't
Okay,
real.
so you saying they following trends to a certain degree.
That goes both ways.
Absolutely.
Like they talk about women are so delusional. Go ask the broke dude and working on fries in the back of McDonald's. What type of woman do you want? He's not gonna say, I want a masculine Wigosaurus with 8 kids. He's gonna tell you the same thing. I want her to be 5'2", slim, light brown eyes, and chunky thighs, and has a good job and comes from a good family with 3 parents. He's gonna tell you that same line, but his life ain't gonna back it up either. Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Yeah, that is true. Because I just feel like some people had the audacity to ask for all this from a woman, but at the same time, it's like you're not even like matching my energy. Like you, I think it just depends. Like if you, I think a lot of people look at like it's all about money, but at the same time, you can contribute in other ways. Like I think, I'll say for me, it's not so much the money. However, I do expect you to contribute and take care of the house for the most part, but it's a partnership when we're together. But I also expect you to do man stuff. And I know a lot of people when they have, it's some people that have money and don't have money that don't want to do simple stuff like cut the grass or take the trash out or, you know, like just like little stuff. And I ain't gonna say man stuff necessarily, but even helping around the house. Like I don't like to fold clothes. When my ex-husband, I used to wash the clothes, I used to cook and all this other stuff. I didn't always fold the clothes, but I could count on him. If I left him there for 2 days, he would fold them. I mean, it'd take me like 3 days to fold them, but I have other stuff to do, but he would fold them. He didn't look at it like it's something I had to do. It's just something that needed to be done, but he didn't feel like emasculated when I didn't do it and he did it.
3 days to fold the clothes.
I be having a lot of stuff to do.
This dude weighs 800 pounds or something. These some big clothes. Take 3 days.
They look. I just go back in the closet. They just be sitting in the basket. I got plenty of clothes, so I ain't necessarily got to fold them clothes to have clothes to wear. So I'll be like, I get to them.
I could iron my millet. Hey, and I take hours to iron uniforms and boots. 3 days. I
used to put my uniforms in dry cleaners.
I was in 98 to 2000. We ain't had that dry cleaner type. Them $4 and $6.
I was in 98. I was in a grade school. Wait, there's something in there.
It's before Bush came with them raises. Dry cleaners hurt for E1, E2, E3.
So let me ask you guys this question, because I know like Erica and Mel was kind of elaborating on some of this, but do y'all think this is like a cultural thing where we feel like we got to go over the top with like fashion and stuff like that?
No.
I'll say yeah.
Yes.
What about you, N3?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
Erica, what about you?
Yes, I'd say so.
Okay. What about you, Taj?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you say no, Scam? Since you the outlier on that one.
Material Girl. That was by Madonna. Marilyn Monroe was Marilyn Monroe. She's white. When did black people have all? When did they have all this money anyway? 1 minute they talk about how broke and oppressed we are. Now it's we got to have all the money. When did they ever have it? It don't make sense. But the cars, and I live in Florida. All the stuff and showing off, that's more white and Hispanic people. Then you'll see some black people. You go to Miami, it's not going to be all the black people showing off and the white guys with scraggly jeans. That's no.
Okay. I heard in Atlanta though, that's like stunt capital down there though.
Yeah.
I think
there.
like
It was bad.
I think it depends on where you at.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at, but I also think that it kind of, I think last time I was on here, we talked about if you have money, you don't have to really show that you got money. Like it's just known that you do. But like the whole like Steve Jobs reference with the fact that he wore like the same thing every single day, but then you got these rappers over here who, you know, feel like they gotta be blinged out and spending all their money. I think I told the story on here too about working in hospitality and working at high-end hotels where I would see here in Atlanta, men come in with their gaudy chains, pants drooping down, like all the labeled out, but ain't got a card to put on file to save their life. Ain't even got enough cash to put down on a room, but yet trying to impress the girl that they met at the strip club, trying to bring her to the finest establishment in Atlanta. When you pass the Radisson, you pass the Sheraton, you pass the Holiday Inn to get here. But you walking in here trying to impress that girl and you ain't even got a credit card. You don't even have.
Work at the Ritz-Carlton?
I've worked some high-end hotels here in Atlanta, but I would see it all the time. And I would get irritated every time I would see it because what do you do? Why? You just trying to get some ass. You could have done that at freaking
Radisson is decent. You can get
Yeah.
some butt at Radisson.
But you trying to front like you got money like that when you really don't. I gotta run the card, sir. You ain't got it.
All that to only last 2 minutes anyway.
I was just gonna say that. Like Radisson decent to just get some butt. You ain't gonna take that.
I would see it all the time. Every night.
Crazy. Oh Lord.
So instead of doing all this like setting, what do y'all think men should do versus like leading with the wallet?
Just
I'll go to M3.
Your means.
Be yourself, be patient, but be yourself. Like, cause like I'm glad M3 asked that question. Like the people that are flashy most of the time, like a woman like that's worth her grain and like in salt, like she not gonna even give you none. I'll take your gifts. That don't mean I'm gonna give you none. If I don't like you, I don't like you. When I see you, I like honestly, and Erica touched on this too. If I see you and like we vibing or whatever, I don't know if I want to give you something or not. I don't care if you buy me nothing. But if you buy me something, I'm gonna take it whether I like you or not. But
you gonna juice my man like that? You gonna take his gifts?
yeah, you bought it for me.
Yeah. Man, get that man. If you don't like him, get that man his stuff back.
No.
If you don't like him, get that man his stuff back.
Look, but okay,
so
let's be
she's
honest.
keeping it.
Let's be honest. Men know when a woman don't like them most of the time, and they
No, they don't.
If you gonna say
Nah.
like no, you most of the time, like be perfect. Like you can get a vibe. Like men have intuition too, and some men feel like if they keep throwing money at it, that eventually you'll come around. It don't always work like that.
No, Mel, hear me out. A lot of dudes don't know, or they
Well,
don't
I'll
even
tell
know,
you.
or a
I'll
lot of
tell you if I don't like
I'm
them.
telling you, there's a lot of them that either don't know, or they don't know that it's actually important, that it actually matters. They actually think that if they keep doing whatever, that this is supposed to start happening, and she's supposed to start acting and doing. They don't know that you're supposed to actually go and find out if she likes you or not. They actually don't.
I have to agree with Scam like on this one because that's why a lot of these men they go to like these what's called manosphere or red pill spaces, so they could get the advice for some of these guys that will tell them like, "Hey man, look, what you doing? You spend your money on gifts. You're wasting your time on some of these women that don't like you. So let me tell you what it looks like when a woman don't like you." So some of these people they have to go get those get that type of advice because you know some are not really aware when a woman is like when a woman likes them for them or when a woman just is only there for that moment. Some aren't that naive.
Yeah, the manosphere is not actually telling them the truth, though. They're just saying it was the woman's fault and just keep edging it on.
Yeah, that too.
That's a whole nother topic.
So Taj, do you think men don't know that the women don't like them? You think the guys can't pick up on that?
I can't speak for the guys, but I know for sure when a woman ain't feeling me. It's just a vibe I feel. It's kind of, especially now, people make it known. It's kind of your fault if you ain't paying attention to signs. I mean, everything comes with a warning. If you're not paying attention to the red flags, that's on you. But it's for me. I already know signs to do it, especially when it comes down to a simple, dry ass text message. If it's like that the whole entire time, I'm sending you on your way. So ain't nobody got time
Taj
for
will
that
be
shit.
playing.
But no,
At
for real,
all.
like if you
I
text
ain't
me
got
and you
time
say
for that
good
shit.
morning and I reply with just like morning, like every time or something like that, that means I'm
Well,
really not interested because I
Nah,
don't care
you're
if
not
you're
interested.
or not.
Well,
Like,
for me, I would definitely get the hint. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a difference. Like I said, that's why I said only some guys though. But there's other guys that are cognitively aware or there's some guys that could actually read the woman's body language. So if I'm approaching a woman and I'm trying to have a conversation, but your back is always turned or you're moving around too much as if you're busy, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, cool. Well, hey man, good talking to you. I see that you're busy, so I'm gonna be on my way. Whereas there's gonna be someone else that's gonna be waiting in line to talk to me. You have some women that's gonna have a higher or genuine interest, and then you're gonna have some that's gonna have low interest. And then maybe some other times that same woman who probably didn't have initial interest for you. I mean, for you in the beginning. I mean, things change, things switch up. You know what I mean? But at the moment of time, you do have to, even without getting advice from other men, you should be at least a little aware of the body language that people are giving you.
Okay. The man at Genius. What's your take on that? You think men could read into the like body language, the signs? Or
Oh,
you think they just blind?
Absolutely. Now, with anything, there's levels to it. So I'll say when men are younger, there may not be that level of discernment just developed yet. But over time, when you start having different relationships and socializing more and being in different environments, you start to pick up on, common things in which people are showing that they're interested in you. And I take things a step further when I'm dealing with somebody is it's not just if they're interested in me, it's the level that they're interested in me. So I definitely prioritize, women who are really interested in me versus the ones who are like, oh, I like him, but I wish he'd like, text more or do this. Like, the women who really show that they're interested in like, text enthusiastically, they might send a double text or a triple text. If I'm not responding, then it's just like, they get more priority because I know that they're like, sometimes I go through phases where I'm just like really focused on like finances or fitness or, whatever I'm doing. And the women who are constantly there and like will put forth that effort, I just know in the long run that's going to work better for me.
Okay, so I think Taj was hitting on it too. So it's like the responsiveness that you guys are kind of like gauging.
Yeah, it's responsiveness and enthusiasm. Because somebody can not respond to you right away. That doesn't mean, they could be busy too. So it's the enthusiasm in which they respond. Whether it's hey, I didn't text you the other day, but I called and like I just want to let you know how my day went and something crazy happened. Like I don't need an explanation, but people who put forth that extra effort, it just lets me know like, okay, you're really interested. Okay, I'm gonna kind of prioritize that time. And
Erica and Mel, is that kind of facts? Like if y'all are feeling a guy, you're going to be kind of responsive and enthusiastic to a certain degree.
Yeah,
because we trying to get these guys some game out here. We try to let them know like they ain't got to lead with these wallets and stuff.
No lie. I had a homegirl. She was talking to a dude. He was a decent dude, whatever. Like I liked him like as a person or whatever. But then like even when he would FaceTime her, like she wouldn't even smile. I'm like, you ain't excited like for the FaceTime? She was like, oh, it's whatever. I'm like, you don't like him, do you? Oh yeah, I like him. I was like, bitch, no, you don't. Cause but you can tell that like when somebody that you like FaceTime, you like, hey, like you're excited to talk to them, like especially if you ain't talked to him all day because he's working. And I was just like, you don't like him. And then she's like, I do. I'm like, no, you just like that he's good to you. You don't like him. And then she's like, yeah, not really. But he a good dude. Yeah, he deserved better than your ass. Like, if you don't like him, let him go.
Slight pushback. Not necessarily pushing back, but there has been some women's that I actually met and they act like they didn't like me. They were dry at first. And they thought that that's what they were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. That's how they acted.
Then you talking about poker face?
Huh?
You talking about like the poker face?
Poker face,
the half a smile, the generic phone number, the defense mechanisms, and whatever. And then
that mean they ain't healed. That mean they ain't ready for no.
Then I get deeper, and they like, well, I'm not supposed to be calling no man, and I'm not supposed to. Like in their mind, they're supposed to be this person that they're really not. And then when it crumbles down, then they show who they really is and what they really into.
Well, they stupid. If I like you, I'm applying pressure.
Yeah,
so
or some dudes
between the lines,
or some dudes
who broke that barrier down.
Yeah, or some dudes who think that if the woman is showing interest, it's supposed somehow she's supposed to be modest and wait till
you can be soft and still show interest. So I think that a lot of people think like when a woman shows interest, it's masculine, but it's not. It's just like I'm really like trying to give you the energy that I want because I'm gonna treat you and do things for you the way that I want to be treated. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. a majority of women, the way that they talk to you, call you, show you attention, whatever, that's what they want in return. So they're showing you exactly how they want you to treat them by doing you like that. So I mean, I feel like it's just like it's not a masculine thing. I think if I want you to show me energy, I have to show you energy. I can't be dry with you if I want you to call me and see how my day was, and if I want to spend time with you, I can't. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I don't know why whoever got in their mind like, oh, I can't call a man, I can't do this, I can't do that. That's the dumbest thing ever. If like maybe you just like busy and maybe you might need a break, you might be doing something, then like I call you like, oh, okay, let me sit down for a minute. You know, sometimes you do need a break. Like sometimes I'll be in here writing papers all day. I'll be relieved when somebody call me. I was like, okay, let me just take a mental break and let me just see how they're doing today. So stupid. Dumb shit ever.
Let me get Erica real quick. So Erica, if you really like a guy, are you kind of more responsive, you know, like more enthusiastic, or kind of like what Scam was saying? Like, do you think it's like people are overthinking a lot of stuff? Because I think we do put pressure on people where it's like, you know, you're not supposed to call this person to the third day and you're supposed to do this. So how do you kind of land on that?
I already gave y'all my take on that whole thing last time. But as far as there's different areas and levels of attraction to people. So if I get approached by a guy that I'm not necessarily attracted to, I might not be as responsive in the beginning. I might still give you a chance for you to grow on me, because I do think you can grow to like somebody. But am I going to be all enthusiastic and excited just right out the gate all the time? Not necessarily. But there's certain things that will maybe attract me to you. So if you're, for example, again, I'm different. If you lead in with money and material things, that's kind of a turnoff to me. But if you do something to make me laugh later on, then that might be what gets me and it makes me like you, versus something totally different. Again, I keep referring to my ex. He was throwing money and taking me out and stuff. I wasn't attracted to him in the beginning, but we took a road trip and we watched The Office the whole way down and laughed.
Okay. So humor.
And that's what attracted me to him. So yeah.
Office,
And I have a rule, like anybody I date, if you don't like the movie Tropic Thunder, we probably can't date, because that's my movie and I love that movie and it makes me laugh. And it's like, if you don't have that type of sense of humor, I can't rock with you like that. And there was another guy that I thought was very physically attractive, and he had money, had a nice home, great job, all the things aesthetically and physically, but he was boring as hell. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Oh.
What made him boring, if you mind back?
He had no sense of humor. He never laughed. He was dry. Yes, he called himself, but the conversation was boring. Like he was just boring. He didn't communicate.
So y'all just didn't have nothing in common. Because I mean, I'm sure, like, I feel like everybody got some interest. Maybe like if you would have figured out like what his interest was and see if it was
that's
like.
not my job to figure out. Like it's not my job to figure all that out after I've given you months of time to date me, and I'm telling you what I like and trying to pull it out of you and trying to get to know you and trying to laugh and trying to, like, it got too hard. Like, forget this. I don't.
So, but you stayed in it for months though. Like, I feel like
I dated him and other people, because I do believe that you can date more than one person at a time. But like, dating him was important. I would try to go out. Like, the straw for me was when we went out to a jazz club, and that everybody that I date knows that that's what I like to do. I like live music. I like to go out, things like that. We go to this place, and the host was going around to everybody. He just had a bad attitude from the beginning. The parking was too much for him. Like, he just was sour the whole time. But the host was going around like telling everybody, get up, talk to your neighbor. And he just had this scowl on his face. Like, it was the worst thing ever for him to interact with other people. And for me, that was it. I was like,
that's
like, I don't care how fine you are. Like, this just isn't going to work for me, because you're not my personality type.
It does appear to me that if his shoelaces are untied, then he's not for you. Like you said, if you don't like this movie, like, who was it? Steve Harvey show, when the lady had that list of all this reckless stuff.
No, that's just an example.
Yeah, my man pulled out the podiums.
Like, if you take life just way too seriously, and you're like, oh, I don't like Tropic Thunder because of the blackface, like I can tell, right? Like,
pretty much. Also, if the shoelaces are untied. If the shoelaces are untied on Tuesdays, he's not. No,
Okay.
Hmm.
Whatever.
Nah, you do gotta have some humor. So you measuring like if he's like too uptight, that's what you pretty much saying.
Yeah, I'm not like there's again, everybody has their things that they're attracted to and what attracts them to a person. For me, it's not money, it's not material things, it ain't even physical attraction all the time. If there's just if you can make me laugh, if you spend time with me, if you communicate well, those are the things that attract me to a person. And that may take time to get to that point.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Mel should have gave that guy his gifts back?
First of all, hell
Nah,
no,
she-
because I found out later he used my card to even buy that dumbass.
We gonna
game.
go around. This is a poll.
Oh,
Man, Genius. Should she,
Well,
should she give the gifts back? Yes or no?
That's called pre-karma. That's what it is.
I'm gonna go with a yes.
She shoulda
Anytime
gave
you're
it
not
back.
interested in somebody, you shouldn't take advantage of them.
No, I didn't say I did it. I said I would keep gifts. I've never like got gifts like that from somebody that I wasn't in a serious relationship with, and just
M3, should she give those gifts back? You said no.
No,
Why
I
are
was
you in a
like,
relationship if
she
you didn't
should
like him.
Say again.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Nah, I'll just say keep it. You know what I mean? He has to learn a lesson one way or another, you know? But then she already kind of tainted my mind when she said that the guy used her credit card to buy the gifts for her anyways, though. So
He bought that shit.
How did he get access to your credit?
Erica, should she give them gifts back? Or should she keep them?
She should keep him.
Okay.
Of
The
course.
sisterhood
Nobody
is strong
tell him.
today.
Listen, y'all are grown people. If y'all decide to spend your money on somebody who don't like you, that's your dumb fault.
Okay. Taj.
Same way if a woman do it, you dumb. Women do it too. Stupid.
Women leave with they wallets too.
There's a lot of insecure women out here buying things for men, paying for men, sending men money because
That's
they're
true.
desperate and want attention. And there
I've
are
never
men
met
who
any
will
of these
take
women.
it and take advantage of these women and will take their money in a heartbeat. Don't call them, don't text them, don't want nothing to do with them.
Erica, where can you find a woman like this?
Atlanta, suburbs of Atlanta,
Everywhere.
in PG County.
Everywhere.
PG County, Maryland, suburbs of Atlanta.
PG County, Maryland, suburbs of Atlanta.
Everywhere. I have friends who have done stupid stuff like that. Like just
Do your friends
wanting-
watch this podcast?
No.
Oh, okay, maybe you should share it.
They just want attention and they need it. And there's a lot of women who are desperate for attention from a man. Like
Mm.
desperate.
And they'll lead with their wallet.
Mm-hmm.
They,
All right,
you
you
go
said
on.
I'm gonna
they will
manifest
pay
it.
for a man. They will do anything if that man asks for money or brings up some stupid sob story about, oh, sorry I didn't call you yesterday because my car broke down, or da, da, da. And women will give them money. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's $50. I hope things get better. Call me. Oh no, you didn't call me. You need 50 more here. Like, yes.
I see a comment from Blanco.
Poppy got game down here. He said he about to
said-
get Mel those lemon peppers because she ain't got no ass.
Blanco, I'm gonna need you to pull up and explain the scenariio. 'Cause I
I had a few girls
3,000?
with money that moves.
I'm gonna need you to pull up and explain that scenario because that's
Oh,
wild.
Poppy said he already sent them the link. But
You sent
let me
them?
get Taj right here. Taj, you think Mel? You think
said
Mel
what?
should get them gifts back?
Oh,
Do I think she should give the gift back?
Yeah. To that guy that she didn't like.
Nah, keep that shit. Keep that shit.
Scam
Everybody
already
has a
said
choice
she
in the
said she
matter.
should give them back. I think she should keep them.
You should have never accepted gifts in the first place. If you
Okay,
didn't really
so-
like to do it.
listen, this is what y'all getting wrong. The dude that bought me the purse, we were in a relationship. I said I've never had that, but if I did and you wanted to
Nah,
continue,
there was the chubby Mel that you was talking about. The chubby guy.
He was a little chubby.
the
Yeah.
fat dude, no, I liked him. We used to have great conversations. But he
Oh, you
wasn't
trying to
no
dress it
big
up
guy.
now, Mel?
No. He was
That-
cool. He
Disgusting.
was cool. No, he wasn't disgusting. I don't date sloppy fat. He was just big. He was tall and he was just big. He had a little stomach.
Like teddy bear fat.
Yeah, he wasn't sloppy. I don't date nobody sloppy because they can't wipe their butt good.
But okay,
my
but okay,
damn.
but I
Well, that's
want
what
to
you're
know.
there
Okay,
for, Mel. Take him slack.
okay, but I want to know why he had to use your card or credit card to buy you the gift. Why couldn't he come out of his own pocket?
This
Great
way,
point,
so
M3.
we was at the outlet, right? And I had a backpack, but I had went with his mom, and we was trying on like Coach was right next to this bra place or whatever. So we had went right next door, and so he still had my backpack because I even had to go get my backpack from him. But him and his brothers was like they was going next door, and so they had went next door, and then they had got whatever put in the car, and then I had went over there to get my backpack. They was already outside. I'm like, "What y'all doing?" He's like, "Oh, we was just putting something in the car." And then later on, when I did look at my account and saw he had spent it, he was like, "Oh, I thought that was my card, nigga. Why would your card be in my wallet, in my bag?"
So pretty much you bought that shit.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
So not only he was big, but he was big and broke.
No, this dude was small. No, the big dude was when I was younger. Like I said, that was before like I was having sex and stuff. I was like I was in my early 20s, like between like 19, 21. It was like real early. But yeah, no, this was out right after my divorce. And he's talking about, "Oh, I thought it was my card." I told him, I was like, "You know what? This is not gonna work for me." When I saw that and he gave me that dumbass story, I was like, "Yeah, this is not gonna work, big dog."
And
That's kind
what
of
did he buy again on your card?
A stupid ass Coach bag.
Okay, so was the problem that it was a Coach bag and not like a Louis Vuitton, or was the problem that it was a Coach and
So the problem was you're buying me a gift, and then we've been dating
your
for
card.
like a gift that I didn't want. And if you pay attention to me at all, you would know that that's not how I'm not that type of person. So you not paying attention to me. You trying to look some type of way in front of your brothers, like you can go to Coach, but I think he was just trying to impress his brothers. Like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy her this."
Coach
bag.
is not that impressive. I'm trying to figure out,
I don't
like,
think
is
it's
the issue that
impressive.
Coach was Coach higher than how you would
No,
typically
Brahmins are like expensive.
Okay,
Like,
how much? How much is a Brahmin? Like an equivalent to the Coach bag? Like, let's say if Coach costs, I don't know how much
$200.
Coach.
I think that
Okay,
person's like
$200. $300 Coach bag. Same size Brahmin bag. How much is the Brahmin gonna cost you?
Probably for that, I'm trying to think. I think it's probably like at least a little over double.
Okay. So it was like lower. It was like
I
too low
just
quality. It's like,
I don't use Coach bags though.
yeah.
It could have been a Louis Vuitton. It could have been a Birkin. I don't wear those bags.
So you'd have been upset the same way about your Coach
Yeah.
if he would have got you a Birkin.
I don't wear
That's
those.
cap,
Like,
Mel.
no, it's not cap because America again. What I said was it don't match me. What I look like in a Nike jumpsuit with a Birkin. Stupid. Like I need something that kind of like just match like how my everyday life is. Don't buy me nothing like that. I don't even go places where
But
I.
what
need
about
to
the
carry a
thought?
Birkin.
Because it's not always about practicality. Sometimes people get it wrong, but it's the thought that counts. So
It
he
wasn't
didn't get
no
no.
thought. He was trying to impress.
didn't get
his brothers. Stupid.
Mel,
Maybe
women
that's
are
the only
horrible.
way
he
you
didn't
probably
get no
had your
credit.
card at the time. Maybe
Women
so.
are horrible gift buyers, just so you know.
You
Horrible.
said what?
y'all terrible.
I was a good
No,
gift buyer.
okay,
I pay attention.
90% of women are horrible.
I pay
at
attention.
buying gifts.
Mel, I'm just trying to get a guy a little bit of benefit of doubt, right? Because since he did use your card, maybe you didn't have enough on your card for him to get the bag that he really wanted. No, the bag that you really wanted. But then again, here's
That's
the
a good
thing:
point.
if he got you the bag that you really wanted, which would have been a little bit more pricier,
Double.
would you still be upset? Because the fact is, yeah, he got you like the bag that you want, but that came out of your own account.
I would have been upset because I don't spend money like that. Like I said before, even when it was a purse that I really, really wanted, I had the money to go buy it right then. I could buy anything that I want, but I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna save. I'm gonna say put this much aside, and then I'm gonna get it because it was like a reward to myself. It's me showing discipline instead of being impulsive. So
I
even
get
if like I just don't buy stuff like that. Like he could have gave me a car, I would have been happy. Like that stuff don't move me because I can buy whatever I want. And I feel like a lot of some women may be in situations where they can't buy things that they want, so it does move them. That don't move me. So like find something else. And then at that point, we had been dating like we knew each other before, but we had been dating like almost 3 months. You should have paid attention to me in some aspect. I don't spend money like that. I don't like spending money like that. Money don't impress me. All that flashy stuff does not impress me. And he just wanted to be able to give me a better gift than they had than the brothers had got his mom, because they got her Coach bag too, but they got her a small one. He could go and get this big like backpack thing. And like even he was like so excited and stuff, and I'm just like,
well, maybe he thought that because you don't have it, this will be something you can start adding to your repertoire when you're like changing up your clothes. I'm trying to give him some credit. I mean, because like I
He
said,
none.
it's
And you don't have to
Oh.
fold it either.
It's all about paying attention. Like if she's
That's
made
the
it
thing. Not paying
obvious that that's not like she likes one particular brand of something, then don't try to go buy a bag. Period. If you can't
Even when we
get
go to, like,
what
a
they
major-
want, then don't try to do that. Like just pay attention to, and then also like what you said, Manic Genius, about the fact that Coach isn't that impressive. Pay attention to that. Like, how are you trying to impress me with something that society can tell you is not that impressive? Like, you can't impress me either. So just pay attention to what your girl likes and wants, because like she said, she might prefer a gift card to somewhere before, like Shoe Dazzle or something, before she wants a Coach bag. But y'all don't want to believe that, because in your mind, but I spent a lot of money. Of course you like this. Of course you want it.
He could have got me a workout outfit. That would have been better. He not go to the gym all the time. Go buy me like some Nike tights and a shirt.
Just pay
Could
attention.
it just be that you guys are kind of complicated? So
No.
like, say the guy does show up with the card,
I
he's
want
gonna
to
get, y'all gonna be in an attitude.
Men
Not when it comes to
overcomplicated.
Oh no.
Yes,
A lot
women
of
are
men
easy to shop
overcomplicated.
for.
We're easy. Like with anytime I've dated a guy, I have to pay attention to stuff. Like if he like wanted something for his car, whatever. Oh yeah, that would be something nice to upgrade my car. I have to keep that in my mind. So when it's time to buy him something, I'll know to get that instead of going to get like a shaving kit. Probably don't even want no damn
A shaving kit.
That's what you
Yeah,
want.
see
I
how-
don't know.
my man went
Yeah,
$300
scam is correct. Shitty gifts.
Shit.
No,
Yeah,
I
Mel,
never get. I always pay
Mel,
attention.
a car
to my dad.
freshener is not a good gift.
Yeah.
Just,
I was
Y'all
just throwing
can
something out
literally
there
walk
because the
in
shaving
Target.
commercial just came on the TV. I didn't know what else to say.
a bottle of Armor All is not a good gift.
Y'all can literally walk in Target and find something for a woman as soon as you walk in the door that she probably would like.
True.
We can't do that with men.
Nope.
Like it's hard to shop for men. So yes, we do probably are probably shitty gift givers because we don't know what to do, what to buy, but we have to
Y'all just gotta pay attention. Just like y'all tell
No,
us.
I disagree
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
I pay attention though.
I disagree.
Y'all
Pay
have to
attention, you can get a
attention.
good.
That's why I
You
get
pay
mad when somebody
attention.
give me a bad gift.
You
'cause I
can get
pay
a good
attention.
gift for a man. It's very easy.
Hold on. I disagree that you're saying
And
that
one
it's
that
hard
got
to.
it right. Oh, go ahead.
I disagree that you're saying that it's hard to shop for a man. All you have to do is just act like, okay, men like me, all you have to do is just ask me what I want, and I'll tell you what I want.
Mhm.
But the problem is that when we tell you what we want, y'all don't give it to us anyways. Most men will be happy if you just secure us like with a PlayStation 4 or something. No, sorry, PlayStation 5, since it's the newest thing. So if you give us a PlayStation 5, we'll be content and happy with that for a while, But what we get the dad socks. Or we get the garden tools.
Man, I would love some damn socks, bro. Give me a
No,
sock
like,
and
okay,
football,
so-
man. I'm good.
Hold on,
So
hold
no
on,
lie.
hold on, Mel. Hold on, Mel. Let me just say this one thing. Like, it's easier to get a gift for a woman, or it's easier to get a gift for a man than it is for a woman. I'm just
That is
going to flat
true.
out say that because, first of all, guys, we have hobbies. So
I was
when
just
we
gonna
have
say.
hobbies, there's anything in that lane of hobbies that you can get us. Let's
But
say
how do I know what do I have to do in order to know what your hobbies are?
It's
Have
called
a
have a
listening.
conversation. Hold on. Have a conversation. And if you're dating this person, you should know the many hobbies that this person has. Maybe this person has some hobbies that they haven't got a chance to get around to because life has been so busy with them. This
You
is
also
a
have
great
to care, too.
opportunity.
I'm gonna say this.
This is
Don't
a great
surprise me with gift.
opportunity for you to like
don't
dive
you
into
think
one
in
of their hobbies and say,
conversation-
"Hey, I noticed you collect trains and you haven't touched your train set in a while. I bought you some new battery plugs from the train store or whatnot. Like this will jumpstart that." So,
And
that
don't
person
you
will be
know
like,
with the person that you're dating that okay, they typically don't carry designer bags. They're usually in the Nike suit. I should know not to buy this Coach bag.
No. See, you missed the whole point. I said hobbies. Like women have
No,
to
I'm
have-
saying we're talking about gifts. We're talking
It's not
about what
hobby.
people like, what women like, what men like. You're talking
I like
about
to go to
basing
the
gifts
gym.
off of hobbies. You're basing gifts for women off of material possessions and bags and jewelry and things like that.
Hold on, let me give an example.
It's all about paying. The bottom
So
line
so
is
so
paying
say like I
attention.
was dating
You
Mel
never did that,
and I would
though.
show up with like a jogging suit outfit. You know what? She'll be mad.
No,
She'll be like, "Why the hell you get me what I need? I need the top." That's how y'all operate. You be like, "Why you give me that?"
You would
I
know
could've
that
heard
you give me
about
something
who
to
you're
practice.
with.
You gave me Adidas when you
You
should have
would
gave me
know
some
that
Nikes.
about who you're with.
Okay,
if
that
you
is
pay
true.
attention
Now
to your
M3
partner,
did
man
hit a
or
point
woman.
though. M3 did hit a point, but that's paying attention. He said, "What if it's Adidas and not Nikes?" Because I don't own Adidas If
all
you
about
buy me
paying
Adidas
attention.
suit, you better buy me the whole thing because I'm not gonna wear Nike
Tracksuit
shoes
with
with
the shell
Adidas
tops.
outfit.
Nah, because typically what y'all do is like, I want to be surprised, and you guys would do the thought that counts, and that's where the tricky part comes for women, because you guys got a whole spectrum. Like guys, it's pretty honed in. Like Manic was saying, it's like, hey, he like football, his team, you can't go wrong. You just grab something with the
is
logo
true.
on there, and you're straight. But y'all, it's like that spectrum too large. So we try to rein it in. You're like, why don't you just like go out there? It's the thought that counts. So that's
Hey.
where we get tripped up.
I got a panel
I don't
question.
think so because I mean, like,
And hold on,
Best-
they all
what's the best
say
gift y'all received?
cards are nice, but like realistically, you gonna get that card and be like, this motherfucker could have got me something additional with the card.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
all
gonna be
he did
like
was give
turning
me
the
a
card
card.
upside down like this.
Women,
and
women,
put the
only,
money to come.
women only like cards when they don't get nothing or they get something so trash. But if a man comes with a nice heartfelt card, she's gonna be like, "Oh, this was nice. I wish you would have got me something else with it. This
Right,
card
it's
would have
about
been nice
effort. We
accompanied
talked
with
about the
something."
handwritten
Is
note
that true,
in the
Erica?
card. Like if you just
That's
go
facts.
to the Dollar Tree and get me a 99-cent card with one line in it, hell yeah, I'm gonna be like, what the hell? But
So
if you
card's not
write
good enough, got
something
it.
sentimental in that card that moves me and moves my spirit, I will appreciate that more than you just going and dropping some money on a material item.
I mean, so we got to be poets too
Wait,
and
wait.
entertainers.
No,
I
it's not
got
about
it.
gotta be. It's about paying attention to me as your partner and knowing what I like. If words of affirmation is my love language, you need to affirm me, sir. Period.
Why is that pressure
Speak
put
your
on
love
the
language.
guy? Like we just asked for a simple gift.
Actually,
Y'all
I
don't.
can
It's
agree with
all
what,
about
the part
paying
of what you're
attention to your
saying.
partner and listening to your partner, man
Just
or
part of
woman.
it though.
You have
But
to
it's
listen to what your partner likes. Pay
But
attention.
Erica,
Hear things, see things, like little things. Like I had a friend that for Christmas, I know that they like a particular restaurant. Every time I talk to them, they're on their way to this restaurant. Small gesture. I'll get you a gift card to that restaurant because I know that's where you frequently go.
but
I'm not going to
it's
get you a gift card to Chick-fil-A if I know that ain't where you be going.
so. But you say
A
pay
gift
attention
card
though. But
though.
pay attention is subjective. It's very subjective because
It
if I was
is.
paying attention to Mel, I would say, "Oh, get her a tracksuit outfit," and then hearing in Three's comment, "Oh, I got her the Adidas one. She doesn't like this. This is not good enough. I should have got her Nike. I should have been paying even more attention." So let's say I do get her a Nike one, and she's just like, "Oh, this is a nice one, but I've actually worn this before, and I don't like how this one shapes particularly.
It's
I'm
dull.
more in the style of this
Far into
specific
the
type of track."
whole, like
Or
that.
even worse, if you give her the wrong color.
Y'all are stretching.
What's your favorite
Well,
color?
if you
Mel?
don't know, if you don't know your
I
woman's
mean,
Scam,
but
let
that's
us
how
have this.
Come on.
scam. This is how subjective.
Color,
This
that's
is
a
how
whole nother story.
subjective knowing what I like really comes down to because
I'm not
each
particular.
person
My
has their
favorite
own
color is
individual,
gray,
like
so that was
how granular they want to go.
No, because the only time for me that I would say, oh, it's the thought that counts, is if it's connected at least to something I like. If you got me an Adidas suit, knowing that I like Nike, but it is my favorite color, you know, it's a thought that counts. He knows that this is what I like. I like tracksuits. I'm not that big of an Adidas fan, but he went out of his way to get me something that he knows that I like. But if you go and you buy me a Birkin bag when you know I don't carry bags, period, you didn't think at all.
Wait.
I got a question for the panel.
Okay, go ahead. Let me get Scam in there real quick.
Best gift you ever bought. Best gift you ever received.
me.
Anybody?
A football,
question.
a Seattle Seahawks jersey, and a clean pair of drawers.
Why was it so great?
Because I don't have much. I've always wanted a Cam Chancellor jersey, but I never had the money to afford it. So for me, it was little things. I'm a diehard Seattle fan. I love me some football, and I always neglect myself when it comes down to my clothes because I'm always spending, on my kids. So those things matter. You know what I mean? For me, I was set. I still got my jersey and everything.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
What was the second part though? What was the best gift he bought?
Best one you received and best one you got. Either order.
Oh, okay.
So the best gift that I had, at least is what I was told, literally was giving my time to my lady, for real. Just literally had a whole day just for her. We did whatever she wanted to do. I took her to her favorite spot. what she wasn't expecting. Then after that, I just let her just take range. Like what you want to do next? And she thought I was bullshitting. And we actually just jammed in the car for a while to some music, and then we went out for a walk and just talked.
Okay. All right, who's next? Because I'm still thinking. I had an abundance of shitty gifts, so
I can go next. If somebody else goes. I can go next.
on
Oh,
that.
go ahead, Scam.
They had this lovely woman that I probably should have married, but no. She was stressed and depressed. Sent her some flowers. I did some doxing to find out her address where her brother. She was staying with her brother and found out all the whatever, make a surprise and all that. Flowers showed up. She melted. Few months later, it was her birthday. Stressed out. It was close to my birthday. She told her not to get me anything for my birthday. I'm good. I'm perfect. Everything's great. I sent her some flowers and chocolate and all that other stuff. Wrote a nice little letter, how special she was and all that stuff on my birthday. She melted completely. 2 weeks later was her birthday. And I was going to see her. Somehow, because I had this New Orleans Saints bag. I love the Saints. My car is black and gold. Or gold and black. Saints everything. Got a Saints bag, and then from traveling, this thing then ripped and tore, and I loved that bag. I always talked about it. She saw it falling apart. Somehow, when I go to see her for her birthday, there's a New Orleans Saints bag sitting there waiting on me. Brand new, with a dry fit t-shirt in there. That's my size. All I wear is dry fit. I melted. And I should have married her, and I didn't.
Yeah, he dropped the ball, that one.
Yeah.
That was a good woman.
Fucked up Scam.
I
You
fumbled.
piece of shit. No, I'm joking.
Shout out to her.
So I'll say the best gift that I'll say that was the best received gift. We were dating, I think a couple months, and he got a new car. And then I have the WeatherTech mats in my car. And then we had went somewhere in my car, and he had mentioned the mats. Like he's like, oh, I could use that for my vehicle. His birthday was coming up. And he had said, like, we was talking about something. He was like, yeah, I got to order the mats. I was like, you don't have to rush and order them, but I didn't want to tell him I had got them. But then when I gave it to him on his birthday, he was just like so excited. He's like, well, how did you know? I'm like, because you had mentioned them. He was like, but I didn't ask. I think he had asked me for something stupid. I don't know what it was. I mean, it was a shirt or something, which I did. I still got him the shirt, but I got him the mats too. And he was like, you actually paid attention to me. Like, he was just like so flabbergasted. And then he was like, that's why you was telling me, like, don't rush to get him. I was like, yeah, because I didn't want you to know I got him. But it was just like, he was so happy that, like, I had got him there. He's like, you actually was paying attention when I mentioned it. Because it was like the week before. And I was like, I don't know if they're going to be here in time. And they came like the day before his birthday. And he was just so excited. The best gift I ever got was when I started my t-shirt company. And when I relaunched my t-shirt company this past year. And my first order, I didn't know who it was from, but it was a whole bunch of like just different Saints stuff. He's a Saints fan too. And that was my first order. It was like $150 worth of stuff. And I'm so excited because I'm just now getting back out there starting to do it again. And I'm like, I got this big order and I sent it. And then he had came in the house one day and he had on like one of my shirts. I was like, I made that shirt. He's like, yeah. He was like, I ordered. I was like, you were my first order. And like, that was just like, for me, like, that was like the best gift ever. Like, you're like investing in me and like giving me my motivation back. So that would be it for me.
I can rock with that. And because it was Saints, but
All right. I think the best gift I got probably was when my wife paid off like my car. She just surprised me. She paid that off. So, I'm definitely cheap and stuff like that. So she I like having my bills paid off. So I think that was one of the best ones. And I think one of the best gifts I probably got her was when I was overseas. I got her a ticket over there to come visit me so we could go to Dubai. So yeah, I think those are the best gifts. That's a pretty good question. That's Scam.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I'll say the best gift I think I ever received were, in the form of surprises, like birthdays. And it wasn't even one particular birthday, but I had a lot of birthdays where it was a complete surprise, whether, people canceled, last minute. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, it's just going to be smaller than expected. no big deal. I don't really do a lot of logistics and reaching out to people. And then come to find out, I show up and everybody's there, and people I didn't even know were going to be invited there. That was definitely, it wasn't just like 1 year. So I'd say all those years that happened, those were really great gifts. Best gift I've ever given out was when I was overseas doing some work. I flew my ex out at the time. I flew her out to Paris, and we had I had a whole itinerary for that whole week. And, we hit up Rome, Pisa, and just other places in Europe. So yeah, it was just like a jam-packed itinerary. So it was a surprise because I didn't let her see the itinerary. Just like, hey, we got an hour here, and then we got to go. And so it just like kind of always kept her on her feet.
Out here flexing on us.
Right, Paris and shit.
Also, as
Okay,
far
go
as,
ahead, Erica.
gift, probably a gaming station. Like I think back remember when the Wii was popular, an old boyfriend really wanted that, and I paid attention and purchased that for him. Also, my ex, he was into like videography and things like that, so I got a camera fixed. And also he was into branding a lot of his things and got him a bunch of branded materials for his business. As far as gifts I've received, that same person did a scavenger hunt for Christmas one year, which I thought was very thoughtful. All the gifts weren't super expensive, but he took the time to place different items around the house with notes for me to find each gift, and the thought that he put into that I thought was amazing. Another great gift that, as Scam said, made me melt. Back when COVID was first a thing, I got COVID and a friend left on my doorstep Gatorade, echinacea, tea, elderberry, and a handwritten note on a paper towel that he hoped that I get better soon. And that made me melt.
Oh,
So I'm seeing like handwritten notes got to come with a lot of shit though.
No,
Like a lot
not
of accessories.
more than things. The fact that he wrote that note like that really just, made me feel good. So,
Okay.
and there were notes attached to the scavenger hunt as well. So I guess again, my
got it.
love
Erica
language.
likes notes.
I like notes. I like words. Say something.
But she already said she like words like 3 times.
Yeah. And Mel likes Nike.
But all right, let's welcome up Jerry and Poppy. Poppy done pulled up on us. So what was that comment that we gotta get Poppy in there real quick? Poppy, you said you had these chicks out here breaking you off. Can you please give us some of the game that you got?
1,000.
Only a few, man. All of them now, man. Only a few. I wish it was that easy, man.
First question, Poppy. Where do you find these women?
Manic out here looking.
I be outside, man. I be in city to city, bro. It just, right now I live in Arizona right now, so I'm in Phoenix.
Okay.
So it's a lot of girls that are winning out here. You see what I'm saying? Like when you winning, bro, you gotta attach yourself to winning women, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I fuck a hood every now and then, but that's like a one-time deal, man. But it's better. It's better when they winning, just like you, fam. Trust me, man. It's a better love section.
Yeah. So you're finding
it's built stress free.
You find them in major cities. Is there anything you look for? Is there like a certain environment it's within the major cities? Is it a bar, a club, a bookstore? Where do you typically find these?
I usually, bro, I don't think the place matter. If she looks good, bro, I'm going for it. You see what I'm saying? Man, I make girls in gas station, Target, in the highway. After I go play basketball at the gym, don't matter, man. If you are something that I like, yeah, I'm gonna go holler at you, man, and then take it from there. And usually I take it slow. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I think this is the problem where a lot of guys be having, because they meet a girl like on Saturday, right? By Sunday in the morning, they're already pressing that woman to go to meet up with this woman. You see what I'm saying? That's where you go wrong. That's the complete wrong way to do it. I think you see. Let's say if I meet Mel on Saturday, let's say I met at the local bar, right? I'm not gonna ask her to go hang out, bro. At least 3 weeks down the road, because me and her we gonna talk on the phone, right? I'm gonna put Mel in a position that she gotta ask. She gotta make me believe that she want to hang out with me. So at some point she gonna say something. Hey, papi, we wanna hang out. At the time, homegirl say something similar to that. Oh, I got you now. Now we can go out.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So, Poppy,
you
you
said
saying
like
you got to get in their head before you get in their bed, huh?
I mean, that makes sense.
It's all-
You're not wasting your money and your time.
It's all
Right,
mental,
right.
bro. It's all mental game with these women, fam. Because if you act desperate, they're gonna prey on you, fam, and that's when you lose. If you
Okay.
acting desperate, like admitting these women, you want to take these women literally out. That 24 hours later, oh, they're gonna get you like a sucker, yo.
Poppy spitting that game. What was you about to say, M3?
No, I was going to ask Poppy, right? So, like, within a 3-week period, right, and then you hit them up. How often will you give them a call? So that way, you're not wasting their time and not wasting yours, because you're doing the processing
Usually,
aspect.
yeah. Usually the man gotta be there. I push the line first, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna start calling Mel, and then she gonna get hooked, right? Guess when the Mel gonna start doing 4 or 5 days down the road. She gonna start FaceTiming the nigga, man, on her lunch, on her break. You know what I mean? Before she go to sleep. Now she growing an attachment towards me, right? And that's what and that's when she gonna be like, hey man, I'm tired of this phone shit, man. Let's go do something. And at that point, that's when you determine where you want to go.
Mel over there blushing.
Okay.
Mel, what's up? You
That's how
Poppy
you get her
Poppy
to
gonna
break
get you
off
them
that
lemon peppers?
$8,000,
Yo,
Poppy
Mel told me
spitting
she
that
got a
game.
fly booty, so I cannot fuck with her, man. I don't
I
fuck
ain't
with
never
flat
told you I had
flat
a
booty.
I told you I was fine. Don't play with me. It ain't gotta be another male.
I told country girls had a fat ass, man. What happened?
Now
What,
you know.
what happened to you?
Poppy, stop playing with me. That's cap.
Hey,
Look,
Jerk, what you working with, man?
Ain't nothing
She
flat over
working
here
with a
but my
wagon?
stomach. Ain't nothing flat over
I
here
have
but
no
my
clue.
Manny,
But
what you
Poppy-
working with, man? She got a wagon? Or she flat like a table?
I've never met Mel in person.
Y'all niggas copy that plea, man. What's going on, yo? I just fucking with y'all, man.
Probably funny, man. But let me get Jerry in here real quick. Quick question for you, Jerry. Do you think most men lead with their wallets? And I'm gonna circle back to you, Poppy, after he answer.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Why do you think the most men lead with their wallets?
I mean, I think most women won't get. I mean, I think most women are impressed by gestures rather than a man's character.
Mm.
So it comes down to what we can buy them, where we can take them, or essentially what we can do for them. And so I think men have to lead with the wallets to impress women.
Okay, shout out to Jerry, man. My man be in the gym, lifting the whole gym up in there. But Poppy, let me ask you real quick. Do you think most men lead with their wallets?
I don't think so, bro. I don't see that in my world. Do some men do it? You got me, yes, but I don't think the majority of the men can do that, bro, because I just don't see it. I just don't see it because I never did it. My friends never did it. From what I've seen, when we hang out with females and stuff like that, because why is the females in your face, bro? Like, one thing about women, bro, women don't care about money. Or they make it seem like that, man. They don't, fam. If she likes you, she's going to make it very easy for you, fam. If she's giving you all these rules and regulations, oh, you ain't the one, fam. You ain't him.
Okay. Yeah, that's a line like what we was breaking down earlier. But you think you might be biased, Poppy, because it sounds like you got some game. So it's like, I know you said it's like not your environment. So you think you look at it from a perspective of like a guy that like ain't scared to pull up on chicks. Like it sounds like your squad is like that too.
no, because I also took some L's too, bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with taking L's, man. I took a few L's. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a normal guy, man. I know nothing special. I'm a regular guy. And I'm gonna tell you why I know why is because I have female in my house that fuck with this NBA guy. You see what I'm saying? These guys that got $150 million contract. I ain't got no $150 million contract. You see what I'm saying? So I just did it off the strength of my pressing with my aura. It just like it come down to how much these women like you, fam. That simple, fam. It's that simple. I see homeless guys, man, with a whole wife outside with them. You know what I mean? That's dedication right there. I mean, I wouldn't advise that now. You as a man, you better have your shit together. But like, if she rocking with you, fam, she gonna rock with you.
No, I agree with that.
So
But
I had a question. Just to be clear, are we talking about when we initially meet a woman? Or are we talking about within the relationship?
I think we're just saying
initially,
general, most guys.
Yeah, we're speaking in general. Probably not you guys, but like I'm looking at YouTube and I'm seeing some guys that are straight scared to talk to women. So you know, that's where I'm kind of seeing just some weirdos out here. But let me get my man Trey, Toxic Trey. Which Trey? The philosophical Trey, Toxic Trey? Who we got today?
We got tonight.
What's good? Do most men lead with their wallets?
I think it depends on where you are in the market. If you can talk to women and you can finesse them, you got a mouthpiece. Maybe you don't have to lead with your wallet. You can just talk to them. Some guys, they don't have that ability. Some guys clam up around women. Some guys get shy around women. They don't know what to say. And so if they got a big bankroll, it makes things a little bit easier for them, right? It makes things easier. It depends on where you at in the market. The fact of the matter is, Jerk, is if you and I both go to a car dealership, we're not going to pay the same price for the car. Your credit may be better than mine, right? You may have more to put on a down payment. The fact of the matter is that some dudes are better with women than others are, which means that there's some perks, there's some luxuries that come along with that maybe he don't have to leave with his wallet, and other dudes do. I think there's this thought process that everybody can go and just get game, and everybody can develop a mouthpiece, and nobody has to. I don't agree with that. Some dudes will never have it. They don't have that type of ability. They don't have that confidence. They don't have that air about them. And what they have to do is they have to pull out their wallet. There's a video that I posted on my Instagram today. There's a lady giving an interview to a guy, and somehow his bank account came up, and he said, "Which one?" And she said, "Just show me one of them." So he showed her the bank account, and you can see her entire interaction with him from that point on changed. It changed because he had 8 figures in his bank account, apparently. So her entire interaction with him changed. Now, he's a good-looking guy. Did he need to do that? Probably not, but that's what he did. And I guarantee you, if he wanted to smash her, he could have. For some guys, the other part of this is, too, and I've always said this, would you tell Steph Curry not to shoot the 3? Would you tell Randy Moss not to run the deep route? No, that's his advantage. For some guys, that's the advantage they have. They got more money than you. It is what it is. And you can't ask somebody to stop doing something because it's unfair to the game or it doesn't feel right. Some guys are going to use their money. I don't personally care what a man does with his dick or his wallet. I don't see how it affects my life. I've never woke up in the morning and go, man, damn shame what Manning out there doing with his penis, man. That's crazy. Like, I've never thought that. I don't care. But I think a lot of guys are concerned because maybe it puts a little bit more pressure on them. I don't know. If you got game, you got game. You ain't got to pay the same price as the guy who leaves with his wallet. It is what it is.
Hey, Trey, I had a question. Would you agree that some women are dating the wallet and not the man? Or that women with the bank account? She was dating the bank account, not the man?
I believe all women are gold diggers, and I think that some are just better. I think that some are just better at hiding the shovel. I think all women are gold diggers. I think all women date a man based on what he can provide. If he can provide anything at all.
Oh God, I shouldn't have asked.
I'm glad you did.
Hey guys, I gotta head out.
Oh man.
All right. Guys, gotta head out, but salutes to everybody, man. Thanks for the invitation.
Hey, thanks for pulling up, M3.
All right, no problem, man. All right, guys, take care.
All right, peace out.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Erica.
I have a 2-part question. The
The
first
floor is
part
yours.
is to the men. Do you guys care about what a woman feels for you or do you care more about what it looks like to have a pretty woman in your presence for the masses to look at? Second part of my question is, what is your definition of providing?
Okay.
I can go
Who
first.
you want to start?
Go ahead. We'll start with you, Trey.
Go ahead.
My definition of providing is a man that pays the bills. If you don't have to worry about how if the heat is working and the water's hot, your car insurance, your car note, things of that nature, that's my definition of provision. I think all the extra shit is extra shit. But if he's taking care of the things that are in the home, that's my idea of provision. Me personally, it does matter what if she cares about me. I would never get with a woman to show her off to other men. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't care what other men think about what she looks like. So how she is with me matters more than anything else. I dated women that weren't that attractive because her treatment to me was top tier. The way she treated me was top tier, but she wasn't the most attractive woman. I've also dated women who were very attractive and they didn't treat me so well. So what I realized is that this has more to do with how the woman treats me, and that matters the most to me. How she cares for me, how she looks after me. Does she have my back? Is she willing to get in that foxhole with me and fight? That's what I care about. Not so much how pretty she is on my arm.
Yeah,
All right,
I
Jerry.
can go next.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Scam. I'll
Go-
get Jerry next.
Oh, okay. Do I care about a woman actually being into me? Yes. It's called common sense. If she don't like me and she ain't into me, what is it why is she there? And I don't want to find that out on the back end. It just doesn't make sense. Woman likes me, it's genuine. Things naturally happen for the right reasons. Doesn't like me, it's gonna be a problem because I'm more on the needy side anyway. It just ain't gonna work. Just no. And I don't just give out money. I'm rather on the cheap side. So they're gonna have to like me, at least initially. What does providing look like? What was another part to that question? Oh, man on the arm, woman looking good on the arm. Me personally, even as a little kid, I've never cared about what people thought because they're not good at it anyway. Look at them. Why would I care what other people think? Most of them are overweight and don't even look like nothing they own damn self. Why would I care? But I've never will. That wire's never been connected. But other thing about providing, what is it? Giving what you have. I'll just leave it at that.
All right, Jerry.
Hey, it's Sophisticated Jerry. Can you run through those questions one more time? Sorry.
All right. They were Erica's questions.
I asked, do you care about a woman actually having feelings for you as the person versus just what it looks like to have a pretty woman on your arm? And then the second question was, what is your definition of providing and provision?
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's definitely important, when you're dealing with a woman to make sure that she cares for you, especially while you walking your journey in life. You don't want to be attached to a snake, right? A woman that don't care for you at all. That's just there for whatever you're providing her at that moment, So yeah, it's extremely important to have a woman that cares for me, and also that cares for me in multiple ways. Mentally, she cares for me. That's important as well. And also ensuring that while I'm going through my journey out there hustling, that she's caring about my health as well. That's important to her too. And providing, I would agree with Scam Likely. Give what you can. If you have the right woman in your life, she'll understand. Especially if you're giving what you can, she'll understand. Maybe you can't take all the bills at the moment. You're still reaching for that goal to do something like that. And so I would say don't go broke trying to, quote unquote, the provider and paying all the bills and constantly broke. Sometimes you got to go 50-50 until you get to that landing spot, So, yeah, that's my answer.
Poppy, are you still online? Poppy
Yeah,
keeps
I'm here.
shaking and
I'm here.
moving.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm on my way home right now. What's happening?
So, is it important for a woman to like you or be into you? Is that what the question was again?
Yeah, what's more important? Is it how she really actually feels about you, or just the sake of just having somebody?
Like how she looks versus how she looks.
Do I got a big one? Because that it needs to be both. She needs
But
to
what's
she
more
good at
important?
least.
How beautiful, how attractive she is. I think that's Erica's question. Is like, is it more important that she's super attractive, or more important that she cares for you? I know ideally it'd be the perfect balance to be both, but which one's more important if you had to
Yeah, I
lean
know.
on a scale?
Most the way she did. That I think it's like the number one. The
But you were
number,
breaking up a little
that should
bit.
be the number one reason why you get with a woman. Oh shit! Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
we
we can
hear
hear
you
you good
now.
now.
Hello.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear you
my
good
bad,
now.
my
You
bad.
say it one more time?
So I say it's my answer is gonna be the way the woman treats you, because that's the thing that's gonna like make her get picked pretty much. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, so most we are simple creature, bro. Man is simple creature kind of kind of people, right? Like if a woman is treating you good, we usually tend to like that. We love that shit. After we don't like it, we love it. So it's gonna be the way she treats you. That's my answer.
Mhm.
So the second part to the question that she was asking was, what is provision? What's your definition of provision? Providing, whatever they call it on YouTube.
I mean, well, I mean that's easy. Well, I wasn't born in the States, bro. But I was raised in America. I was raised in New York, so I live in both ends. So I like both culture. You know what I mean? So provision, provider, whatever you want to call it, is a man that take care of business. A man that take care of his kids. You know what I mean? I use myself as like I pay my mama rent for the past 7 years. I've been paying her rent. Yeah, because I think that's what I'm supposed to do. And I know people was roasting me, and one of his panel took they calling me a simp. What does they call me? A son husband.
Husband.
They call me a son husband, yo.
Husband.
But no, yeah, they call me a son husband because I said it. I said I've been paying mama. I didn't want my mama working a full time and a part time. I was like, Mom, you don't have to work a full time. I pay your rent. Don't worry about it. Keep your little part time if you want to, but I'm gonna pay your biggest, which is your mortgage. And they were like, oh, nigga, you shouldn't supposed to do this, do that. Like, nigga, y'all niggas is lame, bro. That's my baby. That's my anyway. Hey, the same thing when I was with my kids, man. She had to go to law school. I was paying her rent because when you cannot work. That's part of the contract you sign when you sign up to law school. I actually enjoy doing stuff like that for the women that I love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, you ain't no simp for that, man. That's your mom's, man. But let me get Man Ain't Genius on there. So
It's funny to be.
all right, Manic.
Got that boost mode.
Yeah. So, to answer your first question, Erica's, for me, it's definitely how the woman treats me, 100%. But I will say that when I was younger, that slider wasn't so far on that spectrum. You know, when I was younger and less mature, I tended to only focus on, the most physically attractive. And that was just the lane. It's like, hey, the top women that I'm physically attracted to, this is the only options, and I'll work, amongst them. But as you age, and people become off the market, you're dealt with whatever's left over. And a lot of times these are the most combative people. And it's just like it's like the pull of like delusion, on both sides, I think. But yeah, we're all out here, and I absolutely go with the person who's going to treat me the best, because if I go with someone who's attractive, not only to me, but attractive to the masses, it would be like I'm seeking, validation from people. And that's not something I particularly would do because I'm more successful than most people. So why would I even consider their opinions, and take that as validation? It's like, I can see if they're trying to get validated by me, that's a different story. But for me to take the opposite approach, it's unrealistic. Your second question, when it comes to provision, provision for me is, it looks like leadership. You should be able, as a leader, to identify, the strengths and weaknesses of not only yourself, but, someone that you're trying to commit to long term. So I understand there's some men who can't get women who are capable, and, they have to, okay, my woman stays at home. She cooks, cleans, and, doesn't leave the house. I don't want her. And it's like, that's cool. But as a person who, enjoys intellectually stimulating conversations, I don't think I would feel I'd be attracted to a woman who doesn't have certain capabilities. I actually find it attractive when, women are, they have a level of ambition and not just talk about it, but they've actually executed certain things. So even from a business standpoint, I would definitely look for someone who is receptive, because how my leadership and my provision is going to play out is that we're going to both be in the best position possible. And if you're capable and you can go out and make, $150,000, $200,000, plus mine, that's double what we have, rather than, having this super capable woman and confining her to just staying at the house, because she's not going to be fulfilled if she's that capable and qualified. And you're going to have to deal with that, her level of not fulfillment and not having a purpose.
That's not traditional, sir. You're a simp.
Yeah. But the thing is,
you're a beta, sir. That's not tradition. That's not part of the script.
The reality is none of us are traditional because we live in a modern society. So sometimes you have to adjust if you want the best circumstances.
Thinking for yourself is not traditional, sir. Go back to the script.
We gotta have free will.
That's going to be one of the topics moving forward. But let me address this real quick. So great question, Erica. But
yeah, excellent question.
I definitely how the person treats you, because it's like if you want longevity in a relationship, I mean, looks fade. Things can happen. We're all gonna get older. People reference older people like, hey, they look good for their age, meaning like they ain't gonna mess with you. They just recognize like you're in shape. You're a little better shape. But yeah, you got to have how that person treats you. I think that's the core of everything. Because like you said, you could go out there try to press people, but at the end of the day, they're not coming home with you. They're not going to shield you from them arguments, that resentment. So yeah, leave that alone. And as far as provision, I like what Manic was saying, pretty much what everybody was saying, but me too. I like smart women. So at the end of the day, I think provision from a man, when you're messing with a female that has their stuff together, kind of like you and Mel and, like my wife, it's like, you can provide knowledge, stability, discipline. Because like you guys might not both, if you're both financially sound, then it's just like you don't need that other person for that element. But it's just like all the other things support. Because like my wife, she's in a leadership role, so sometimes she'll come home from work. We'll just like bounce ideas off each other. So you just got to adapt to, like Manic was saying, to what that person needs at that moment, because it's just not the typical like, hey, I need you to fold these clothes and do these little chores and stuff. So you understand that hey, this person's smart. They got these other needs and stuff. So I guess it kind of ties into what I was saying, understanding the female. So I like how you wrapped that in, Erica. That was pretty clever. See, there's a method to your madness.
And besides Jerk, I'm sure when your wife gets home from work and she has like a challenging concern at the work, and
yeah,
she can talk to you.
Yeah. But no, we talk.
Yeah. And y'all can bounce ideas off of each other, and you could like provide different solutions, or she can but then it's just that it's that additional level of, working together and, teamwork and camaraderie. It's like, hey, we both have this, or I have this issue at work, dealing with a boss or a situation, and I can turn to my partner for their leadership and guidance, how they would handle the situation. And they can give me an unbiased perspective because they don't know the parties that I'm dealing with. So, I mean, having that as a resource is also such a positive thing. If you're a man who actually listens to women and appreciates what they.
She got me out of jam. I'll say a couple of months ago. It was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Erica. Sorry about that.
That's a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
So as we went around, I'm pretty sure as you heard the answers, y'all probably did understand the method to my madness in that question, because by the time we got to Manic Genius, then the answers that I was actually looking for started to come, because it was all about, thank you. It was all about money, which goes back to my initial thing I said earlier about that insecurity with men and thinking that money leads everything. Money is at the forefront of every woman's mind when it is not. Women need emotional support. Women need to come home to the same way y'all want to come home to a soft woman. We want to come home to a soft man sometimes. We don't want the rah-rah and all of that. Like, there's a lot more that comes with provision than money, because let's keep it real. A lot of men can't provide financially in that way. Somebody brought up 50-50. If you can't pay all the bills, then if that's all provision is paying the bills, and you can't do that, then what do you do? Right?
Yeah, that's why I said provision is leadership. So
that wasn't what we were saying. We didn't.
No, that is what a few of you said. Somebody said, not 50. Somebody said you said just give what you can. That's what you said.
Did I say anything about money?
But what is that?
Okay, I marry a woman. I give everything. Because actually, it's not giving.
Scam. You mean more like effort?
Just like the wallet questions. If you see me across all dust panels from Arizona to Kentucky, I don't talk about money. I don't. I talk about regular, genuine core values. Before I even talk about a relationship.
Right. I believe you because I hear the things that you say.
Become confident, communicate properly, work on your morals and values, and stick to something, be consistent, be a better person today than you were yesterday. That goes into the relationship too. Now, if you got some money, put it on the table. Because you're putting into not to the woman, you're putting into the actual bonding, which is one cause or one major thing. And she puts everything she has into that one very thing too. I don't do gender war competition with the men's, the women's, the 50%, the 32.
Okay, so you guys agree? I'm so sad that Trey dropped out. I don't know why he left right after he answered. But
Trey is different.
Provision
if you ask Trey, that's different.
And he said provision is just somebody who pays the bills and everything else is just extra shit.
Oh, no, if you're talking about Trey, that's shit. But I know Manic, I know Jerk, and I kind of can hit the energy from Jerry. And I think I've seen CIS. This is CLS. We ain't them dudes. We'd be on them dust panels arguing and yelling at women all day if we were. And nothing we said had anything to do with
Jerry was going that way just a little bit. He was trying to go that way just a little bit.
Jerry, was you was talking about spending that bread? Is that what provision mean to you?
Well, for me,
yeah.
No, I mean, I agree with Maniac Genius. Like it's about leadership. So I gotta make sure I lead my money the right way.
And lead hers too if she's leading it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Sometimes women, and they may not have good spending habits or saving habits, and sometimes they just need a little push and some guidance. So it's like, hey, sometimes you need that person who has a better business mindset to like kind of forecast, this spending pattern somebody's dealing with. So leadership and provision can come from that aspect too, almost protecting you from yourself. Because I know a lot of people who, if left to themselves, they'd fuck it up.
But that's something you will learn in the beginning, right? When you start seeing a person, right?
I mean, you wouldn't. It would be based off of their receptiveness to what you have. If you have a better situation than them, and they're willing to accept that and listen, and they actually want the guidance. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped, or you can't, lead a horse to water I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make
Yeah,
the
make
horse
it drink.
drink it.
Make it
Yeah.
drink.
So,
Right.
I
Do
got a
y'all think
proposal
the
for Erica.
definition of provision is subjective?
Erica, I'm sorry I got to do this.
I want
I
to
need
answer
you
a
to,
question.
I need you to go to one of the dust panels and spend at least an hour on the
No,
topic.
y'all won't.
Nah.
No, I don't know. She'll never come back here.
We ain't gonna
I
do
don't
that to the
think we-
homie.
Want me to
I don't
cut it.
think these people are being appreciated. I think you got to report
I'll
1
send her
hour.
a video.
We'll send her
I
some links.
appreciate
We'll
it.
get her.
I understand it, and I can tell what you're saying as far as people coming from those places. I know what's going on in these answers and responses that are getting, because trust me, I get it. That's why I ask the questions that I do in the way that I ask them, because I know some of y'all just be talking. Y'all don't mean what y'all say. You just be
No,
talking.
I think some of them questions are toxic though. For the man that's really out there trying, and maybe he can't pay all the bills in his family, but he's out there working and busting his butt to put food on the table, pay bills, or as many bills as he can, and that stuff like that. That kind of question can make them feel like they are like.
But
they are
that goes to
nothing.
my point about the insecurity,
mean?
because who's talking about money when it comes to provision? If I come to you and I say, Jerry, I need you to be a provider, and you ain't got no money, you telling me there's nothing you can provide?
No,
Because you don't have money?
I heard somebody on the panel say providing is if a man can, if a man paying all the bills. For you,
Right.
what's providing for you, Erica?
Providing for me is somebody who could be there emotionally, as far as supportive, paying the bills. And so I don't care about a man being able to pay all the bills. I want to make sure that our household is standing. Period. Whatever that looks like, we come together. I need them to be confident enough in themselves to be open enough to hear my leadership skills in some areas where they may lack, because a lot of men don't know how to do that. They don't know how to let a woman lead in certain spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So that also comes.
You still feel that way if he paid all the bills?
If he paid all the bills, he could be paying all the bills and be a terrible husband to me.
Mm-hmm.
And not be emotionally supportive to me and what I need. Just because you paying all the bills does not make me a happy woman.
I just got one question.
Don't y'all want that woman to be happy?
No, I'm saying there's an implied meaning when implied meaning when you say I'm looking for a provider. And if you were looking for emotional stability, why not just say I'm looking for a man who is a great emotional manager? Meaning usually providing doesn't lead. Not saying it's wrong, because you can. I'm just talking about the implied meanings. If somebody says they're looking for a man or woman to provide, provision
that's
is
the problem.
over here.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Is that's the problem? Is the implication behind the word provide? Is that it has a monetary attachment to it every time it is brought up?
I'm talking about that's the implied meaning. But I'm saying there's nothing wrong with. I'm just talking about the implied meaning, provide, versus implied meaning for emotional stability or emotional. I'm just saying, if I were talking to an audience and I wanted emotional support, I would say something that leaned toward more emotional versus saying the word provide.
I'm
just saying how the words are used.
So hold on, let me just say one thing really quick. This is just based on basic definition. I just looked up the definition of provision, and it's the action of providing or supplying something for use, the amount of thing that's supplied or provided. So all of that it's meaning something tangible. So in this case, when we're talking about relationships, we're associating with resources, money, or, emotional stability. All of that is provision, which brings me to my original point when I said, like, provision for me is leadership. And Erica, everything that you said goes back to provision being leadership for you as well. You just have your own, perspective on it, but it's still leadership. Still falls,
right. But I'm saying, as far as like giving the men the game out here who think they have that tunnel vision of money. All
no,
but not you.
Okay.
I'm saying based off like every rebuttal that Jerry has so far with this has had a monetary connotation to provision.
Except he said that he agreed that it was leadership. Like me.
He said that, but then he went right back to.
He still tied it to money, though.
Different.
He did tie it
means
to money.
Different though. I'll say if a man's paying all the bills and a woman doesn't have to work, then it means that a woman has her time back, right? And allows her to do what she wants to do with her free time throughout the day while the man goes out and working that stuff. Like, you cannot get away from money when you go into the relationship and that stuff like that. So,
hey, Jerry, I got slight pushback.
Gotcha.
Okay. Most of the women are wired, what they were taught to do is to get up, go to college, go do whatever, and go work. That's their wiring. That's their default. So a lot of what they're saying that they need is actually not monetary, because they got dudes with money waving dollar bills and all this stuff all over the place, including their supervisor, or including their supervisor who's cutting their check. So I get what she's saying, but money can't replace certain other things. If she needs to get bent over and stroked out properly, there's no amount of money that can do that. Or if she needs this person to listen. That's why there's a lot of women walking away.
Broke can get
300.
you
I'm saying this dude's making 300 grand a year, and Raw Dog Ronnie sticking their woman now, and now on these red pill panels spending hundreds on super chats as we speak. So I'm just saying I get where a part of where she's coming from. I was just more like on the words that were being used, because it kind of, you say provide, that kind of pushes most people, especially in dust panel culture. It pushes them into talking about.
I want to promote getting away from that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's not gonna happen.
I'm just saying that the words, that
to
word shifts you and shifts
Yeah, that
in a lot of
word
panels into that conversation. Because
Yeah,
But I mean, she has a good point because
I agree with her point about the wanting and needing emotional support. Because I always talk about communication being the number one thing tearing relationships up. People don't know how to talk to each other or even do any form of active listening. And connection being what builds and keeps a bond between a man and a woman. So I get where she's coming from. I was only talking about the words.
No, you're definitely right. Like in the YouTube space, like they look at provision as just money, a lot of the guys. But this is where Erica is spot on. And this is why I wanted to do this topic. Because when she was like, we were talking about it, like, I forgot how many shows ago, you know, that light bulb went off. I was like, we got to have the subject, because the fact that men do automatically like drift to like provision in that way is a problem, you know, because like she said, they have that tunnel vision and stuff. But I do see what Jerry's saying. He's looking at it from like a perspective of like, if you got a family and stuff, because I know he's a family man, that, you know, money is evolved into the stability portion. But what Erica's saying, like, you shouldn't just lead with that to a certain thing where that should be the only thing you fixate on. And I'm saying you, Jerry, but a lot of guys, they just look at it like, hey, I toss money at this problem, everything falls in line, the woman's going to be happy, she's going to like do everything I say, and it's just false, because it's like if you don't meet those other needs and stuff, then, you know, the relationship is just going to go haywire anyways. But a lot of people don't want to hear that. So not like the point you was making.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be real, 98.9% of the people you're looking at, white, black, Asian, that came out from Colombia, DR, all these other places, had this in English and Spanish. They were not taught. Men and women were not taught to be in relationships. They don't know what they're doing, and there's no book for it. So you got to figure it out in this jungle. So expect it to look like what it is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I do think like we get like-minded people like us to break it down and be like, hey, like that ain't what provision is. Like there's actually women that, like Erica, you got the males and stuff, you know, my wife is one of them, where it's like, hey man, like I'm not using you for your money. Like let's come together, let's build. But you know, I need some support too. And the areas where I'm strong at, you know, let me take it and run with that. That don't mean you're weak or something. That just means like, hey, you know, we're efficient in a certain way. So, you know, I know you give a lot of pushback, Scam, and same thing with me and Manic, man. We be going down there, they be like, oh, no, you can't do that. You know, so it's just like when we have these type of conversations, I think it does help people out, because I do see some of the people changing now, like in the space, to having like more open conversations. So we just got to push it a little bit.
Yeah, well, we the 5-10% that actually want to think on our own, do some critical thinking. And the rest is it is what it is. And there's money involved over there. So, and entertainment, egos, pain, all kind of other stuff.
Trauma.
Yeah.
So there was some other topics I wanted to hit, but this was such a great one. I let it ride out because I didn't want to change it, because I think we needed to get through that. So, Erica, great topic. I'm glad you put that in our lane and, you know, brought them questions out. So it was definitely a good episode, man. So we'll go ahead and start we'll go ahead and shut this down. So I want to keep everybody too long, and I'll keep some of the topics for the next show next week. Again, if y'all got any topics y'all want us to break down, let me know and I'll include them in the shows and stuff. So, but we'll go around and, you know, get everybody's parting words and where we could find you at. So I'll start with you, Manic Genius.
You can find me on the Manic Sophistication channel every Tuesday at 8. And on Thursdays, we do a movie review. You can also find me at IG, and had a great conversation. Appreciate everybody for showing up, giving their input. And thank you, Erica, for coming up with such insightful questions on the spot.
Yeah,
Give
Erica
a
doing her
shout out
thing,
to
man.
Erica. All right, that's it for me. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Mel I Run, Miss Handbag Coach.
My IG's Mel I Run. All my social media except for Facebook is Mel I Run. Just want to say happy Founders Day to all my sorors, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. That's it for me.
All right, thanks for showing up, Mel. We missed you last week, but we understand your daughter out there hooping.
Yeah.
All right, Erica, parting words. We know you don't want to say where we can find you at because you about to get swarmed.
No, y'all can say where y'all can find me, because I'm actually in the process of trying to start my own podcast situation, but it'll be a little different. So I'm in the process of trying to start an adult bedtime stories audio series where I will be narrating short stories. So you guys can follow me at Erica Dawn Voices. I'm going to be starting that pretty soon. So I'm going to be piloting a few things soon to see how it works out. So keep up with that. And also at EDawnLove1. Y'all can catch me on Instagram.
All right, let us know when you get it up and running. We'll definitely plug you.
Yeah, if you need a male voice, hit your boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm down.
All right.
I got some creative voices, and I need some practice. But
hey, I may need y'all. So
see Erica clientele, man. We got you. All right, Scam. Parting words, and where can we find you at? I see you got a show popping tomorrow, man. I'm gonna have to ask you in the back, or unless you want to cover everything.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back. I heard enough dust in these streets, and I like to troll and I like to wreck panels and go 1-on-6, people yelling dumb. I don't know why I'm a troll. I love it, but it's got out of control. Time for me to start talking about some real stuff. My panel is actually dust free, but topic for tomorrow is going to be leadership. Can you lead without? Can you lead without? And I'll just leave it blank. Y'all tell me what you can lead with, and what you need, and what you don't need, and we're gonna talk about it. And I might actually push some people's buttons tomorrow, or I'm gonna start digging. I'm gonna be using some micro adjust. Yeah, let's get to something.
Is it live?
Then I'm gonna drop it. Huh?
Is it live tomorrow?
Live, open.
What time?
9 o'clock.
All right,
share the link to some of these dust, but I want to hear what y'all be talking about.
Oh,
I'm gonna send you some videos. You can be like, oh shit.
Well, posted my link to my show in the chat. Next week, Military Women's, starring Mel, starring hopefully Naiva. TJ Randolph was an ex-female officer, and trying to find some more military women's. Most of the women, if I bring dudes up, they got military takes precedence, military or vets, and one at a time. We're not gonna do no men's yelling at the no, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
But,
you gotta keep it.
Women's in the military, and then just like as a career, as of what's going on, how the military really is. Because people who aren't military, they just don't know.
Okay,
but
I think that's gonna be a good subject, man.
Yeah, tomorrow let's talk about some leadership. Men, women, doesn't matter. I'm not sure how I'm going to fully run it, but I got some sneaky stuff up my sleeve.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be a short show.
Yeah, drop that out there, and I'll put it on our community post too. Jerry, my man, Big Jim.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Mike Jerry on Instagram. Hey, Scam Likely, man. If you want a male perspective in regards to the military life. I'm former military, so if you need someone,
I'll probably do a men's one too, unless you were a military recruiter. Were you ever a recruiter?
In a different way, you know.
Shout out to Jerry. Jerry's like, look,
hey, yo, Erica, I appreciate your perspective. You actually, allowed me to see things from a different perspective. And so definitely great, great questions. And thank you, Sophisticated Jerk, Maniac Genius, Mel, Iran, scam likely, the icicles. I appreciate it.
This is CLS, dog.
Oh, this is CLS.
You know, I mean, I'm late anyway. I don't know what the hell's going on.
My IG,
I'm just listening.
my IG's in the back. I actually do check messages every 6 weeks.
That was hilarious. All right, CLS, man. Before we go out, I got one quick question for you. So, do you think men lead with their wallets?
Some, but not all.
Do you think most of them, though?
Probably, because women like security though. They like financial security, so they're not trying to date a broke man. So yeah, of course they want financial stability.
All right. So, give us your how was your trip, man? I saw the Little Mermaid
Yeah.
video you just posted up, man.
Yeah, I was just fucking around. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good trip. It's cold over there. It's
Where'd you
cold
go?
here right now. It's cold here in Atlanta right now. It's fucking 19 degrees outside.
What was colder, Denmark or Atlanta?
Well, it's probably about the same now because right now it's 19
okay.
degrees. I mean, when in the video it was in the 20s that day. It was cold.
Yeah,
But where can we find you at real quick?
Our Florida people, we don't do that. We wife beater in shorts. It's about 70.
Don't rub it in. Mel talking about it's 70 degrees over where she at. Snow on my car this morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But where can we find you at, CLS? So
TikTok,
we can
just TikTok, IG. This is CLS.
All right. But all right, we'll go ahead and close it down. Like I said, you can find us here on this channel every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. You know, we do this live, and like Manic said, on Thursdays we do movie reviews. We are thinking about probably doing some more lives down the line, but we ain't trying to like overburden ourselves and stuff. But yeah, just keep tuning in. And like I said, if y'all want us to break down any topics, just send them to my IG and I'll make sure I incorporate them into the show. You know, Mel and Erica send some topics, CLS. Manic sends one every once in a while. So just let us know and we'll go ahead and break it down for y'all. But all right, we out of here. Peace.